Man.
Oh.
Yep.
It's been a week, hadn't it?
Yeah, it's for people listening. By the way, this is a Loud Equals Funny episode. Hold on, let me make sure because
8, I believe.
yes, episode 8. Hey,
We're nearing the double digits.
I know it's gonna feel weird for me. For those listening, the Gamergate episode should have went up a night before or last night, depending on how much effort I feel this week.
Oh, so we're not doing this. We're not posting this next week.
We're posting
Nice.
this soon. Yeah. This is like probably
on
Saturday.
Wednesday the 26th.
Yep. Folks, there's a lot of news to talk about, but we're going to just say hello. Hopefully you're doing good.
Hello.
Hola.
I am not an alien.
En medio suavemente.
We are not extraterrestrials. We're not xenophiles, xenophobe. One of those.
I'm not.
Listen.
I
know.
Was an alien. I've never been an alien. I'm not going to say that I'm not an alien now, actually, but I never was.
Yeah.
One of the UFO things that was taken, the really famous ones that were like declassified a little while ago. One of those was taken off the coast of Virginia, but I can confirm that I'm probably not an alien.
Well, I mean, I'll take your word for it because
Look, I've never been seen in a room as an alien, so I have some deniability.
I've never seen Tristan glowing in the moonlight.
I've never seen him glow in the dark either.
So yeah, he doesn't work for the government.
Said anything. Yeah, I never said anything about CIA.
Yeah, he's not a Fed.
So just for some context, if you haven't seen, just today, like at around noon today, there was a Congress session hearing, something like that.
Yeah.
Where 3 whistleblowers basically said, "Hey, we kind of need the government to pay attention about this UAP thing. UAP meaning unidentified aerial phenomena, which is basically just UFO, but they changed the name because it had connotations."
Yeah, it's essentially the PC version of UFO. There we go.
Yeah, it's the
you idiots kept using it in a different context than we planned, so fucking
essentially, yeah.
It's just a weather balloon.
Just a weather balloon from China.
Well, it turns out it wasn't because some of the highlights, a whistleblower claiming under oath that the U.S. has multiple crafts and that they are likely extraterrestrial in origin, and that he knows where they are.
Holy shit!
Which is nuts. Also, he mentions.
Does he know where they're from?
Probably not.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm guessing whoever owns them doesn't either.
I guess.
There are also he mentioned non-human biologics. So I don't know if that means aliens or just like a random. Yeah, the French, a random bird that just kind of got hit by the UFO coming down.
Yeah, it could be bugs. It could be some kind of weird Mars algae or something. But if it's going to be a flying thing, I mean, I guess it could be some kind of alien drone, like unmanned drone. But I guess it would probably have a pilot, most likely.
Yeah. So I will say, the guy who did say both of these things, people are saying that he's not exactly reliable. But here's the thing. He's saying it under oath, and he has 2 other people there backing him up on things that... Oh, notification. Get out of here. He has 2 other people, like military people who are like commanders and stuff, backing him up.
Yeah.
Like not exactly on those claims, but on like other claims that they can substantiate.
Well, I mean, also there just kind of has to fucking be aliens at this point,
Yeah, like there's enough there that isn't explainable even by the government.
Well, yeah.
That come on.
Well, I mean, it's also if you really sit and think about it, we can't be the only form of life out there. Inherently, we can't. You know? So I'm intrigued. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if this guy is what's his name? Bill Lazar or whatever the fuck.
Oh,
the
yeah.
guy who was claiming that he, time traveled. No, that was
he's
John
not that
Titor.
Well, no,
Oh man,
John Titor was like the fake time traveler. Lazar was like the CIA Area 51 whistleblower.
Yeah, he was the one who said that he worked at Area 51 and they had like alien corpses and shit.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was under oath or whatever, but it was, people.
I think he went and talked about it on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Well, that's basically under oath.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
That's
nothing ever. Do that? Who would go on Joe Rogan and tell
no
lies?
lies are ever told on Joe Rogan's podcast, especially not from Joe Rogan himself.
Yeah, look, JRE experience is about doing like a ton of kratom and talking about aliens, which
Joe Rogan experience,
just eating a Quaalude,
a
Quaalude and talking about fucking Mothman.
I can't deny, I totally do like, ayahuasca and just ask Joe Rogan what space must be like. I'd do that.
I'm sure Joe Rogan knows about space.
I bet it's like an onion,
Whoa,
Jamie, pull up a diagram of an onion.
Hey, Jamie, pull up that photo of me spreading my ass. Look at that.
I mean, space is deep if you think about it. Like it,
Oh yeah, it really do.
It goes on
call
forever
deep space.
and ever. Deep space, yeah.
Deep Space Nine.
It really makes you think.
One thing I do want to bring up real quick about the hearing. Yeah. This freaked me out when I heard it, but he was at one of the guy that's not exactly 100% credible was asked if the government was in contact with aliens.
Yeah,
and his specific answer really kind of it sets off my tinfoil. He said that his answer could not be like talked about in the open. Admittedly, he said that about a lot of things, but there's no harm in saying no.
Yes, at that point,
there's no harm in saying no. So I feel like that means that he thinks that the government is, in contact with aliens, which is wild.
I think a worse answer would have been not at this time.
They
used to talk to us, but not anymore.
Yeah, they kind of stopped. I don't know what happened.
They sent that virus to us.
They've seen that last 3 decades. The last 3 decades of our existence and just said, yeah, no.
Yeah, they saw Jimmy Carter, they were like, I don't want nothing to do with that. That man's a peanut. Are you kidding me?
That's a good science fiction premise, though, is like, guy comes out and reveals that there were aliens and we did talk to them, but it was like 100 years ago, and then they got really upset at us for some reason, and now they've just fucked off. They got really disappointed.
I don't want to deal with these pink things anymore. I want to go see like the Horsehead Nebula,
supernovas and shit.
Oh yeah.
So honestly, what I want to know is when are we gonna get like alien roommates?
Oh, what's that?
Say that again?
You cut out.
Oh, well, when are we gonna get alien roommates?
I mean,
when are we going to be able to have alien babies like in The Sims 2?
Yeah. See what's gonna happen though is like what's gonna happen is worldwide racism will end, but racism towards aliens will begin.
Oh yeah.
It'll
be a unifying experience for the human race.
There was some cat comedian years ago who made that joke about how like all we need is an alien invasion, and then it'll be like, "Hey Ahmed, good job blowing off that alien's head, buddy."
Oh yeah, it would become
Inshallah.
It would become instantly unifying. We would just want to
Inshallah, Mr. Smith.
We would literally become,
Inshallah, my bullets will find them.
We would just become the society from fucking from Starship Troopers. We would just instantly be like, all right, we have bugs to kill. Everybody,
listen, I'm gonna be honest. If there's any science fiction premise that's the most likely for Earth, it's Starship Troopers.
It is.
Yeah, I can see it happening.
I mean, shit. It kind of already has in a lot of ways.
I mean, according to what we've heard today, it may well have. Yeah,
it may well.
It might already be. I remember there was this one time, like during the Obama election, the first camp in 2008.
Yeah.
There was we were watching the news. We were watching CNN pretty much 24/7 at that point, and there was this one time where I guess they were just like they had a slow news day in the midst of the election season. So one of their shows at like 4 p.m, they brought on this guy who was like, I do believe that there have been space battles and that there have been all sorts of intergalactic wars. And we were watching this, and it's like, it's like, wow, they really just do put anybody on. And this was CNN. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
like the earliest moment when I was like, wow, the news is bullshit.
Yeah, like sometimes we gotta fill space here. You're gonna talk to a weirdo schizophrenic.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's gonna be
of
fun.
course, he probably had credentials. They always do. They always have some kind of vaguely real-sounding credentials that you have to do some research to find out. Oh, that university that you're a graduate from is like in a strip mall. I see.
Yeah, like the the famous aliens guy, the History Channel aliens guy,
Oh,
the one the whole
the
meme is centered around. That
Tukalos or whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know
yeah.
what his name is, but man has a degree in like sports broadcasting or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he has any kind of degree.
Honestly, same.
I have never
Now,
You'd be
watched
surprised
Ancient.
at the amount of people that have
Did
fucking degree.
humans come into contact with an alien race?
I
Where-
never watched Ancient Aliens, but that is a show that has retained popularity. People still talk about it because I guess people have come to the realization that saying that anything that was made by non-white people was clearly aliens
Yeah,
is kind of strange.
like there was this one episode, and it's hilarious. I think about it often, where they insinuated that the sort of early, I'm pretty sure Mayan or Aztec, um, kind of precursor to basketball was introduced by aliens. You can't. We can't even invent basketball without help from aliens. We're fucked.
I mean,
the
hey,
real
How did we survive since then?
the important question is how the aliens will feel about Starfield and Assassin's Creed 4.
Well,
we're really. Oh, I was gonna bring up Assassin's Creed 4 organically later. You bitch.
hey, we'll do both.
I'm sorry. I ruined everything.
Yes. How dare you? Honestly, I feel like they would like both of them. One
Yeah.
as a sort of, oh, look how cute. They think this is what things are like. And the other like, oh, hey, history. And they'll think that we have like ancient civilizations. Again, they'll think ancient aliens.
Basically.
That's basically what the backstory for fucking Assassin's Creed not 4, the series is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Except
yeah.
not quite aliens.
Super aliens.
Yeah, well, the super aliens from this planet.
hyper alien.
Yeah.
It's like a different universe within our world. It felt like in those games.
I don't even know, man. They're making like 9 Assassin's Creeds at this point. I wonder if they're gonna have like any kind of a fucking I don't know, any through line. Like there's just no chance for that series at this point. Like they're probably story is the
Yeah.
last thing they care about. So anybody who cares about like the lore of Assassin's Creed in like a couple years time, it's going to be like 40 new terrible games that probably don't have anything to do with anything. God.
It's like their most exciting game they have is something that they're basically threatening us with by saying, "Hey, this is the last real Assassin's Creed game you're ever gonna get." So
yeah, and I mean, to be fair, Mirage does seem alright.
it does seem great. I'm excited for it, and also it's not horribly expensive. It's even like $50.
Wow. Oh, that's actually crazy.
Well, yeah, that means it'll be like a budget game though.
That's
It's gonna be
yeah,
like a half an
the
hour.
thing is,
Oh,
I'm
oh,
a
wow,
little bit worried.
I was
because
wrong.
it seems-
The $60 edition is the deluxe edition. It's $50.
Nice.
What is Ubisoft doing? They're scaring me.
Honestly, I
speaking of
will
being-
say.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, we'll get to that in a sec. But I will say Mirage does kind of worry me a little bit because it seems like it's just like, hey guys, remember Assassin's Creed 1? And
Yeah.
it's strange because as someone who likes Assassin's Creed 1 and doesn't like some of the changes that they made, they seemed real quick to get away from what Assassin's Creed 1 was.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to go, hey, remember this thing? Why not do it with Assassin's Creed 2? Y'all seemed really proud of that.
Or it's like, why not do it sooner? Especially if Origins should have been that fucking title with that name.
Yeah, but instead it's just a guy.
Instead, it's an okay like RPG light, but it just shouldn't have Assassin's Creed in the title.
I definitely have opinions on fucking RPG Assassin's Creed games. Good lord.
I mean, there's just so many games that are like that, where there's just
Imagine-
no real drive to play those specific
Yeah.
ones.
Imagine wanting to play a mid-ass fucking Witcher clone when you have the Witcher right there.
Oh, I mean,
Witcher at home.
that's fair. It is Witcher at home.
We do have the Witcher at home.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
Valhalla was fine, but it dragged the fuck on. I finished it eventually. It just
To be fair, that's most Assassin's Creed.
That's
games.
what they all do.
well,
'cause
yeah,
they have
but
to
not
get you
200 hours worth, man.
Oh no, that's what they did with like the Origins and
yeah,
Odyssey.
well,
I remember reviews that were like, you know, I got to like level 30 and then I had to do my next mission. I had to be like level 50 and I wasn't going to spend 40 hours grinding. You know,
That's
It
fair.
is made
Yeah.
for grinders. Like if you enjoy spending 200 hours in a game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be your favorite motherfucking game of your life.
See, I love spending 200 hours in a game, but I like spending 200 hours in a game actually doing shit.
you know,
Yeah,
on my own terms.
Yeah, I can't say anything. I've got 25 days in Black Ops Cold War. I can't judge anybody for time wasting.
Well, at the very least, that's like multiplayer, you know.
But that's zombies, so it's even sadder.
Well, not quite as sad as grinding up to level fucking
Level 50.
70, so you can so you can do the next story mission and have it not suck.
Yeah. Or like you get too overpowered and it becomes a cakewalk, and then you finally hit the
Yep.
wall where it's not overpowered and you're just pissed.
I mean, you know, you talk about Ubisoft scaring you. I was going to mention this before.
Yeah.
I think I might have brought
Oh,
this
yeah.
up in another stream or another podcast, but they're making like a fucking Rayman DLC for that Mario and Rabbids game. It's the
Yeah.
first
hell yeah.
Rayman thing in like a decade or more.
I mean, hey, at
since
least
Rayman Legends.
they've recognized that Rayman's alive, you know?
Yeah, maybe they'll make like, you know, Rayman Legends
Rayman
again.
Collection.
I would kill for
I
a
could see
Rayman
that
collection.
happening. Yeah, like not even just like, you know, Spyro Reignited or Crash Insane, like just re-release them.
I mean, I don't know.
That's
It
all.
is U-
That's all you really
it's
need.
it's Ubisoft. If they fucking wanted to, they could properly remake them, but they would.
Well,
I don't
hang
know
on,
if I
they-
trust them.
They've had a
That's a very
very
good
hard time with
qualifier.
remaking games.
Oh yeah, Sands of Time. That's true. Is that
Yeah.
still happening?
It still is.
Oh, does it still look like a PS2 game?
We don't know what this version looks like because they haven't shown it yet. But
It's incredible how it looks like. It looks like if Prince of Persia: Sands of Time was like a cross-platform release with the PS3, and this is the PS3 version, is the one that they're releasing now.
Oh no.
Like all we've ever
Oh.
seen was the PS2 one, but look at the shiny new upgrade. I don't know if people
Yeah.
have even seen this thing. It's kind of like unknown. People don't even know that they're making it because it's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, it
but, like,
surprised me when it
it
like
looks
I
real
heard
bad.
it was like having troubles.
So the interesting thing, I'll tell you the story behind it because I've got as much information as like is publicly available because I like reading in dumb weird shit. They have been working on this game for about 2 years, a remake. Worked on it from scratch, had everything finished, and had even printed fucking disc copies of this. It is still like some people have copies of it, and the achievements have leaked. It was real.
Huh.
They just canceled it because it fucking sucked.
Damn.
Well, that's crazy. I mean, I'm sure it will be leaked at some point, but it's also funny
Yeah.
how there's like 400 fucking Assassin's Creed games coming out, but they can't manage to put out a remake of the game series that, like, you know, led to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited for the new Prince of Persia like 2D-ish game that's coming out in January.
I didn't know that was happening. That seems kinda
I
cool.
don't like the look of it, but you know what?
Oh.
If-
Well, it's one of the it's based on the older like the really old Prince
yeah,
of Persia games.
I like that part. Like it's for me, it's just mostly the prince's design and the choice of music in the trailer.
Funny enough,
They-
though, that's not the
They
Prince.
made him look like a tool, and
Well,
I
no,
don't
that's,
like
that's
that.
not that's not the Prince though. Actually,
Is it?
Because
What
the
is
point
this
of the
game
game
called?
is it's Prince of Persia. I think the Lost Throne. The point of the game is you're trying to find the prince.
Oh shit,
Lost
where he at?
Crown.
Lost Crown.
Oh.
There we go. I was
Oh
close.
yeah, he looks like a zoomer. What the fuck?
But you're playing
Yeah.
as one of the guards who, like, the prince is traveling to a city and you're one of the guards there to protect him as he's in the city, and then shit goes down and you're trying to find him.
I mean, this does seem cool gameplay wise. I didn't know this was happening.
Yeah.
But it does. He does look like a zoomer with that haircut.
Yeah, I will admit the
Yeah.
haircut really goofy looking. Hopefully
You said it was like based on the old one. I thought it was like turban, like baggy Aladdin pants.
Now
or
that'd be
whatever.
cool as hell.
I admittedly, if there's a way you can play as a prince after for a second playthrough, I will jump back in because I loved those old games. I had them on my old Mac, but barely worked.
Oh yeah. I had like I think it was the two. Was it two thrones or whatever? One of the PS2 ones. I had that on the GameCube as a kid, and it was. I remember as a kid noting that the prince's voice actor. I think it was the same guy who played Sasuke in the Naruto dub.
Nice.
Not entirely certain,
might
but I
be
remember.
right.
I remember being like, "That's totally him" as like a 10-year-old. But that game was too hard, and I just got mad. I remember that much.
That's fair. Also, I will bring up another game that's getting a lot of press real quick.
Oh my god! I think the main character of this fucking game is called Sargon.
Oh
Well, I mean,
no.
well, Sargon stole that.
I
from...
mean, I know, but I think I'm seeing something that says his name is Sargon, and that's just very funny. This week it's stupid, everybody.
Can we just say how hilariously British it is to steal from another culture to prop yourself up?
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah, he's still around.
Somehow.
Yeah. But
One way or another.
what was I saying about the other game I was going to talk about? I kind of zoned out on that. We'll circle back.
Oh,
to
I
that.
have something if you can't
shit.
remember it. So
yeah.
Ubisoft. Ubisoft recently confirmed that if your account is inactive for long enough, they can just delete it with all of your purchased games along with it.
Yep. Which that in a way it sounds like some sort of weird European rule, because if you remember, like,
Yeah, I've heard that.
because I don't know if it is, because I don't want to say it is, but I do remember if it, like, if you remember when I think it was 2014 they introduced the GDPR, I think is what it was, and that really fucked a lot of websites over for a little bit.
I don't know what that is.
It's like some weird European
It's like a
law.
piracy, a privacy.
Oh, it's right. One
Yeah.
of those Article 13 shits.
I think it might actually be like Article.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's some weird European law.
Yeah, that's fucking annoying.
Yeah, we should talk about that Ubisoft trouble though you were saying there, Tristan.
Yeah, so they've confirmed that if your account is inactive for a certain period of time, they will just delete it and all of your games with it. Which is,
Well, I mean, that's like the thing that everybody always says will never happen. Like,
and now
people-
it's happening.
I mean, people are always like, "Well, that's never going to happen if you buy your games digitally on PlayStation." It's not like it's Sony. They're a big company, forehead. Why would they do that? But it's like, well, Ubisoft is a pretty big company too. There's probably no actual reason why they need to do this. So I guess just because they can, basically.
Yeah, but also Sony was about to like fucking take down the PS3 and PSP stores. Or maybe
Yeah,
was
but then
good,
people
actually.
told them not to. So
yeah, I wish that happened with Nintendo.
I sure
Rest in
do.
peace, Wii Shop channel and 3DS and Wii U eShops.
Man,
Yeah.
did you see that? Did you see the video that the completionist did buying everything on the eShop?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Speaking of which,
36,000.
by the way, if you guys have a 3DS or Wii U, it's pretty easy to mod them.
Incredibly
Yeah.
easy.
I'm
I mean,
pretty
I don't
sure
know
all
if-
you need is USB stick for the Wii U and like the web browser on the Wii U, and for the 3DS, I forgot exactly
I
what you
think
need.
you
for
need
the
like an
3DS. It's
SD
changed
card
a bit.
reader, like a micro SD reader or something. That's
Yeah,
about it.
you definitely need a SD card, but I forgot exactly what you need to do for 3DS because I modded my 3DS 6 years ago, and methods have changed since then.
I would say it's worth looking into. It's worth doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Like you can play basically every Nintendo game up to and including the Wii U on the Wii U. And for the 3DS, you can play basically the same thing, but for Nintendo handhelds.
yeah, and if you wanted to do like, you can do like Nintendo and Super Nintendo games on the 3DS, but
Yeah.
that's kind of the upper limit.
Well, if you have a new 3DS, you can do GBA.
Oh
Also, I
yeah,
mean, you can do GBA in general because they had
the
those GBA
ambassador
games.
ones.
Yeah, the ambassador ones, and that's sort of the template for like the homebrew ones going forward. Although if you have a new 3DS, you can just straight emulate it.
Yeah, I've had what is it, H Shop or whatever on my 3DS for quite
Yeah.
some time, and
That's
it's
good.
a very, very useful thing to just
Well, mind you,
download
when
any game you want.
this is Nintendo, so we have to clarify this. Only when the eShop went down
Uh,
afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't think that
When
even
I
matters. They'll still kill you.
That's fair.
when I said 6 years ago, of course, I meant just
In an
so I can play
alternate
Quake.
dimension.
You know, listen,
Just so I
6
can play
years,
Quake.
it really feels like 6 years passes in the span of a few minutes, you know, these
Yeah,
days.
Yeah,
So it's,
yeah, of course.
it was
I guess
a
I
few
just got
weeks ago.
confused.
Yeah.
It was yesterday, actually.
It was just in time to pirate Tears of the Kingdom, Nintendo. That was when we did
Don't implicate
Well,
me.
Tears of the
Damn
Kingdom
it.
was on the Wii, was done on the Wii U, so we're not implicating anything.
Oh, that's
Yes.
true. That's true. That's a completely unrelated statement. Yes. No, I mean, I don't know. I
We're
would
gonna
like
die.
to. I would like to. Well, it's a good. It's a good thing this podcast is not like a million sub podcast right now because
Well, not
Nintendo
yet.
probably
People
not
come
yet,
back.
in the
People come
future-
back and find that.
Yeah, it
in
will be tomorrow.
in 5 years we'll get in trouble with Nintendo. Some guy who works at Nintendo they'll just be a fan of us and they'll just go back and listen to that and be like, oh,
They'll just start crying
it's
and being
time.
like, "Well,
He'll piss
You're
and
gonna have
shit
to
everywhere,
go.
and he'll be like,
We're
"I
gonna have
thought
to-
they were my friends."
we're gonna get a whole biopic about the guy who struggled to, and he started pissing and shitting and coming, and like I have to be loyal to Nintendo, but I like these podcasters. I just don't know what to do. And then he turns himself into the IRS for some reason.
Yeah, he just circumvents them both, gets himself arrested. Now he doesn't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Easy
So
stuff.
yes."
yeah, it's really cool knowing that your digital games can be taken away. That's
Yeah,
great.
That's the problem with doing a lot of things digitally is it can just kind of go at any time, really.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've talked before about like a year or two ago, I was playing Skate 3 and I think also Skate 2 on the 360, and they still let you buy the DLC for those games. The Microsoft shop still works. You can still buy 360 games and original Xbox games on there. It's a little slow. Sometimes you have to like refresh the thing or whatever, but it generally works fine. Until, of course, there was the exception when I bought a bunch of DLC for Skate 2 and 3, and it just at some point decided that I no longer own those DLC. And I have the opportunity to purchase them again, but it's funny because I looked at my record on Xbox of like every purchase I've ever made on my account, and they were not on there. So I don't know what happened. It's like it revoked the license or something. I don't know. I mean, yeah, EA, whoever's fault it is like, I thank you for, I mean, still selling this product. I can buy them again if I want to take a fucking chance again. You know?
I really think that Microsoft will probably keep the 360 online as long as possible.
Yeah, I mean, with backwards compatibility, there's no reason not to.
Yeah, in fact, it's like just recently they fixed the matchmaking on any older 360 game because there was an issue, and it did fix the older Call of Duties, which people kind of assumed it was like, oh, that was why Microsoft did it, but it's been in the works for a while. But
yeah,
I mean, didn't they shut down the servers for like Halo 3 years ago though?
For Halo
Yeah,
3,
Halo 3 and
yeah.
Reach.
So
Yeah.
some games like those servers will get sunsetted, but I don't think they're going to turn off. Like they turned off the original Xbox in 2011, 2010.
I think it was 2010 because if I remember right, it was right before Halo 2 came out.
I remember there was a video
Not
I
Halo
saw that
2,
was
Halo
talking.
Reach.
Yeah, there was a video that I saw that was talking about the last stragglers of Halo 2 when they were shutting off the servers, and it was like
Hell yeah.
people were still able to play it as long as they weren't booted from the server or disconnected in any way, and so people would just leave their shit on, playing it for weeks until like their power went out or whatever, and they could no longer play Halo 2 on Xbox Live, which was pretty epic. That's an epic gamer
Hell yeah.
moment right
Yep.
there.
Like,
April
actually,
15th,
genuinely.
2010.
Rest in peace.
Mm,
So,
gone but not forgotten.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which it's actually back now from a fan made thing. I will look for the name
Really?
on that real quick because
That's cool as hell.
oh yeah. Let me make sure on that though real quick. I mean, X-Link Kai still exists, which is surprising, but let me find the name of it real quick. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, no, they've recently kind of just killed Xbox Live, like the live part of it, not Xbox Live, but so now it's just Game Pass for kind of everything.
Does that mean that online's free now?
No.
That sucks.
Yeah, see, you'd think, but that's a rub. Free
Paid
to play
online sucks. So
free to play games are completely like free though, so if you are playing a free to play game, that's fine. But you know, although Game Pass Core is a better deal than the games for gold they were putting for Xbox Live, I believe. Xbox the Xbox Live original Resurrection thing is Insignia Project. That's the name of it.
Interesting.
They
I kind of look that up.
I believe you can like it's fully workable with both emulators and the official console.
Cool.
I know it supports the official console at least, which is awesome. And you can see how many people are playing in the game.
I've always wanted to have a hacked Xbox kind of thing, you know? Like,
Yeah.
the problem now, I would love to have an original Xbox because I have a bunch of Xbox original games that I bought thinking that they would be compatible with my 360, and they were not.
Yeah.
But like original Xbox are like dangerous now because the batteries explode or whatever, and so apparently
you can
buying
get someone
one.
to replace them, and there's also
Well, it already costs a
mods.
lot to buy one, so.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be paying out your ass, but
Yeah.
Exactly.
Honestly, it's a shame that hacking and modding a 360 is like so much work.
Well, I
'Cause,
mean,
like, I
another
have one.
thing.
It's right over there. I just
Yeah.
can't do shit with it.
Another thing that pisses me off is I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I tried emulating the original Xbox as well, and I was able to successfully emulate Jet Set Radio Future.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
the
like-
one that like works just perfect.
That one works basically perfectly, but every other I found a list of exclusive original Xbox games, and every single one that I threw at it would not even get me to the one I was able to start playing a little bit, but most of them couldn't even get to the title screen. So that was a shame. Like all of the ones that are specifically trapped on Xbox hardware are not really playable, you know? Like Midtown Madness 3 or whatever.
what about the
Yeah,
Otogi
like-
games?
I think those two, yeah, that was on the list. Blinks the Time Sweeper. I mean, that one's playable on 360 at least.
That game fucking rules.
I have that game. Never played it.
Yeah, the
Jade
big
Empire.
thing. Like there are so many games that like this was before like Microsoft was kind of chill with PC
Yeah.
because there's so many games on Xbox that just didn't get released anywhere else.
I mean, it would have probably done better on PC, like Mechasalt, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Mechasalt 1 was not on PC.
I just
Or
can't
like,
get over.
Yeah.
I can't get over the Xbox version of Morrowind because I
Constantly
own that.
crashing itself to work.
Well, like I think we talked about it when we were talking about Patrician TV's videos, but like he played through that game through Morrowind in his video on the like 360 re-release of the original Xbox
and
version
it's
of Morrowind.
fucked.
And it's even worse apparently.
It's real bad.
Yeah. I mean, I had the original Xbox One, and I do remember it would need to load every, like, 3 feet or whatever.
Well, but what it was doing was crashing itself to work.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah. I remember hearing something about that, yeah. I mean, it's amazing that they managed to get, again, stuff like that. Like, the original Xbox, again, you know, I shit on, like, Xbox now, and it's because it has no fucking identity. But back in the old day, it was like you wanted to play at like a PC console. You wanted to play like a PC RPG, but it's on a fucking console. You play Knights of the Old Republic or Jade Empire or whatever.
Yeah, that's specifically why it baffles me that none of I mean, obviously some of these did, but like so few of them actually got PC releases if they were exclusive.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, stuff got like PC. It's more the stuff that came to PC and exclusively only the Xbox. Like just those two. Like Half-Life 2 didn't get released on the PS2. But the first time I played Half-Life 2 was on the Xbox.
Well, spec-wise, actually, the PS2 would have had a
PS2
hard
was.
Yeah,
also, I'm pretty sure Half-Life did come out. Not Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 1 came out on the PS2.
Half-Life 1, PS2. That was supposed to be. Funny enough, that was supposed to be Dreamcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which one of these days I want to burn the Dreamcast build of Half-Life to a CD and see how it plays.
I guess Doom 3 would also probably not have run on a PS2, probably.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Xbox only.
That thing chugged on the Xbox. I think its peak was 20 frames.
I remember. I own that version of it. It's you know, I mean, it's as playable as Doom 3 ever is, I guess.
Yeah. It's so weird with that generation of consoles, because like, if you look at it specs wise, the GameCube was the most powerful of them all.
I don't think it was more powerful than the Xbox.
It was.
It was in certain aspects. It's just the discs. The discs were so small you couldn't fit anything on them.
It was able to render video games in 3D, which is if you've not heard about this, is a funny story. I'll just tell it real quick. Did you ever watch like E3 and you saw where they were showing off the GameCube with that little screen on the back of it?
You mean like the car GameCube?
Well,
like the
no, it was like a
DVD player thing.
Kind of. Well, no. It was like
you know those like PS1 screens.
Yeah,
like the LCD PS1 screens.
But they had
that
PS1,
for a GameCube.
Yeah, they had one that for the GameCube, and funny enough, it had one game, at least one game in development that could fully play that game in 3D. Mansion. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion, passive 3D like the 3DS. They had that technology in that fucking screen. They had the power to display two versions of the same image at one time in the GameCube, which was hard to do even on 360 and PS3.
Oh yeah. So like, yeah, the GameCube was the most powerful, but it was gimped by the little discs. Looks like a chocolate chip cookie.
Well, it was the same thing with the N64. The N64 was really strong.
Yes, it was literally twice as powerful as the PS1.
It had so much potential, but it was capped to 2 cartridges, which made things load fast.
64 megabytes a cap, though. Good lord.
Talk about cap. For real.
Literally fucking cap.
Yo, finna hella drip easy.
Oh yeah.
On God.
For real. And that's no cap.
I mean, you know, it's like, yeah, they were, but the thing is, they also cost more to make the cartridges too. And then when the mini disc thing happened, I'm pretty sure those were also more costly to make than just regular, normal, generic ass DVDs.
Yeah, because they had to have different machining for it.
Yeah, also different cases and stuff like that.
Exactly. You couldn't just get well, I don't know that the PS2 would have, like, you would have the specified PS2 case that has, like, the memory card and everything, but still, it's, like, a little more specific,
printed so
a little
many
more
of them
of a...
that they just kind of, like...
Yeah, like,
you have to make a whole mold and everything.
If you put a GameCube game in a regular DVD case, it looks really out of place. Whereas if you put
Yeah.
like a a PS2 or an Xbox game in a regular DVD case, like sure maybe the color doesn't match for the Xbox, but it's still
Looks
it
like you might
doesn't
have
look
got a
like it doesn't
bootleg.
belong, you know?
Yeah. Fuck.
How
And
do we get
plus,
here? Oh
plus
yeah,
the original Xbox only had the it was a DVD case but green,
yeah.
which
Fact.
Was it just that? I guess it
It
didn't
was-
need like a memory card slot or whatever. So
even though it did have a memory card, nobody bought it.
it
Yeah,
did.
'cause, I
It
mean,
had the
why
fucking.
would-
It was
why
basically
would you?
like a. It was like a Dreamcast VMU, but for your Xbox. It was very strange.
And instead, everybody used the hard drive because why the hell would you buy a memory card for something that can already save?
I
I don't
mean,
know. I mean, I guess if you have
Yeah.
so many, like there were games like The Sims on consoles, or like the sports games where they would have really big save files. Like I tried to save,
oh yeah,
I think it was like a baseball game on my Dreamcast, and it wanted essentially the entirety of one of my VMUs in order to
Good
save
lord!
I
like the career data or whatever, or something like that. So
I remember with
sometimes,
The Sims, I filled up a fucking GameCube not hard drive,
oh
just
yeah.
memory card with a
Yeah.
save because I
I
had
thought
built up a
Animal Crossing
large
was great.
family.
Yeah, the save would. I mean, it started out huge, and then it would get bigger. It would already take up most of your hard drive, or your again. Oh, I did it. Your memory card, and
Times have changed. We've forgotten.
we've forgotten the words.
Oh.
Your SD cardlet. Yeah, no, a lot of memory data management was necessary back then. I'm just being like, do I really need my Sonic Heroes save? No, it's fine.
Yeah, I did kind of like balance saves around for years where it's like, I don't want to delete the Silent Hill 1 save, but I kind of need to delete the other save that's on this fucking thing so I could save my Final Fantasy 7 save.
It's like, do I feel like playing this one through all the way up to this point again, or this one? I guess this one. Or it was like me with, I never had the controller pack for the N64, but I had a number of games that required it, so anytime I played them, it was like, well, if I want to sit down and play Rayman 2, then that's my game for the next, 3 days until I eventually just turn it off. Because, I can't save it, and so whatever happens, I'm committed to it. Or the Spider-Man game was also like that. Earthworm Jim 3D, I think, was like that. But the really fun thing was renting a game, and you would get the other people's save files, and it was like some random later part in the game. You know nothing about it. You don't know how to get there. It's magical.
And
It's great.
you'd launch it just to see oh, what's this new part of the game?
And then it would be really hard. That's what happened to me in
Yeah.
Jet Force Gemini.
That happened to one of my friends with Majora's Mask.
I miss the old days of game stores, Epic Game Stores.
Not Epic Game Stores, but Epic Game Stores.
Well,
True
nowadays
Epic
all
game
we
stores.
have is Epic Game Stores. I go into GameStops now. I wasn't for a long time, but now I do, just out of a sick curiosity. And it is usually it is usually a full wall of the 4 walls of the store. One wall will be the entrance. One wall will be entirely Funko Pops, and it's one of the long walls. I mean, not just Funko Pops, but Sonic figures and weird shit, just baubles, just trinket nerd bullshit, which would be better served at a Spencer's. And meanwhile, they have a shit selection of actual games.
Yeah, and God help you if you go in there and you're like, I'm going to see what PC games they have to offer. Because
yeah,
you'll probably get just a box copy of Euro Truck Simulator and maybe a used Steam controller if you live in a decent enough place.
Wow. Oh, used Steam. I mean, maybe if they have one in the back. I went into one recently, and I think I mentioned it. They had this tiny, pathetic shelf of PC games, and it was I think there was Fallout 4 or something. There was Final Fantasy 14. I think the base game Final Fantasy 14
Oh no.
was there.
Move.
Very, very paltry selection, and I'm sure most of them are just download codes anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I miss big boxes.
I do too.
Yeah, big box PC games basically kind of dying is fucking sad.
Yeah, eventually I want to get a big box copy of the Daggerfall, just
I
as
started.
complete as I can.
I mean, that'll probably be pretty pricey, but it would be worth it. Depending on the deal you can get. I started
Yeah.
playing Arcanum today, which is one of those
Ooh,
CRPGs,
I've heard
big
good
box
things.
PC games. Yeah, it's like from the creators of Fallout, and I think also of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which I've never played and
That's
don't
that
even.
is an that is an impressive pedigree.
I don't even know what that game is like. I know that there is like a sexy vampire girl that everybody wants to fuck, and then that's about it. Other than that, I think it's like kind of similar to New Vegas or whatever, a little bit. And then that's about it that I know about it. So I'm looking forward to playing that one. But
I would recommend it.
yeah, I have it installed. I'm gonna give it a shot. I understand it needs mods and stuff to get it kind of up and running on
Just a
modern
couple.
systems. Yeah, I modded
If you
Arcanum with like
if
some
you
fixes and stuff
if
too.
you if you purchase the Good Old Games version, it comes with like the essentials included.
Oh, then I might already have that then. That's good. Yeah, but I'm just playing that Arcanum thing, and the version that I purchased from Good Old Games came with a bunch of bonus stuff. Like not for one thing, the manual was written in like in universe speak. It was written as
I
like
love
a
that. Yeah.
yeah. It's like
Yes.
I'm
it's
pretty
like
sure
a
it also includes a
historical
recipe.
something maybe. I mean I didn't look through all of it, but I would believe it. It's like a historical tome from the universe. It's pretty cool. And then there's a bunch of other stuff that it came with too that I'm just imagining like back in the day you get the big box and it would have come with all that stuff. I guess these days you get like the collector's edition, that has like the art book or whatever, and that's kind of the same thing, sort of, but
Yeah,
it's not
statue that
really.
takes up like all of the free space that you have.
A terrible Geralt bust that's made of potatoes. Yeah.
Oh,
Shitty
that
infinity
image is so
eggs.
sad. Oh, there for the longest time, up until like 2017, there was a copy, a really scuffed, like fucked up looking copy of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite in our Walmart, like the Infinity Egg Collector's Edition.
Oh shit.
Nice. How much
There
did
was
it eventually
also,
go for, like,
oh, I
before?
don't know. It was marked way down.
Yeah, I have to assume.
But there was also a copy of the three PS2 Grand Theft Auto games,
Oh yeah.
and
Well, here's a question: is it the one that's after VAO or before VAO? You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure
Probably.
after it was a triple.
Oh.
So
Yeah, the triple packs. I remember going into like a Walmart back in like 2014 or something, and they had this very large selection. I remember it was multiple. I mean, it was more than like two of sealed copies of this It wasn't like an one of the main MLB whatever games, but it
Yeah.
was like one of the weird, obscure, like MLB Super Slugfest 2003. And they were
yo,
multiple copies and they were all sealed. And it was like over a decade since that game came out. I was very
Oh.
confused
I know
why.
exactly what happened. They found an old box in the back, and we're like,
I
yeah, we could sell
guess.
this.
Yeah, somebody will buy it. I mean, I wish I did, like I don't remember what game it was, and now I wish I had a copy of it. So.
I mean, hey,
But there was a game store I found recently in Toronto that I bought a copy of like Street Fighter Anniversary Collection or something for
Oh
the
shit.
PS2 because I looked online and it's like a somewhat rare game, I guess. I mean, it's like it usually goes for a decent price, but I got it for $20, and there was like multiple stacks of this fucking copy, like multiple copies of this game. So I'm assuming that's a similar thing. Like they just busted open a box and like, oh, yeah, what do you know? 40 copies of ET for the Atari. Crazy.
it's just been sitting there since '82.
How much does ET for the Atari go for? Offhand, what are you guessing? If I look it up on eBay.
$16.
I had
probably.
bought a copy for $5 before, so
You bought it before?
I own a physical copy of ET for fucking 2600. It's
Mental.
only the cartridge, but it's
Okay.
Yeah.
Factory
Yeah.
sealed, graded by WADA 9.8, $50,000. I hate
Oh,
the
I'm
retro
seeing
game
it.
market.
Yeah, I'm seeing it's that's 65,962 in Canada money, by the way. That's great.
It's looking like
It's like
hovering
30
around
bucks
$10.
ish for in Canadian dollars. It's like 27 ish plus
Yeah.
shipping. So yeah, oh yeah, no, there's one here that's like 10 with
Okay,
shipping.
yeah,
Yeah,
PriceCharting.com for USD has loose price at $9.69, complete at $43, all the way to graded price recent sale $299.
I mean, who the fuck
Yeah,
is
see
like,
that is
That's
a
reasonable.
reasonable price for a graded version of ET.
I mean,
You
like
shouldn't
I
be paying
can't
this much for Atari games, though.
There is
Yeah.
like this is a whole subculture here now. This is a whole sub rabbit hole because now I'm looking at Donkey Kong for the Intellivision, sealed WADA 9.8. It is 200,000 US dollars or
Yeah.
263,718 Canadian.
I'm looking
Donkey
for the most
Kong for
expensive Wii U
Intellivision.
games.
Yeah, there was a whole thing like a while ago about how WADA is basically a scam.
Oh, it's a huge scam. $23,000 for Paper Mario on the N64. Fork it over. Fork it over.
I'm gonna look for what the most expensive brand new our complete in box
then-
Vita price thing is, because I might
And
have something here.
Nintendo wonders why we emulate shit.
I mean, yeah, like
Wow, PlayStation
Nintendo,
development kits are not the most expensive. Huh.
it's not necessarily Nintendo's fault for like, the shitty retro game market, but you have to they have to have somebody who works at this company who's like a human who can just be like, okay, there's a reason why people do this. Because again, it's like nobody is. If I spend $200,000 on Donkey Kong for Intellivision here, it's not like fucking Shigeru Miyamoto's getting that money. It's not like the guy who programmed the Intellivision Donkey Kong is getting that money. It's going to some dipshit's pocket at Wilson Harbor Sales on eBay. Fucking.
You hear that? Fuck you, Wilson Harbor Sales.
Fuck
This
off.
is a call out post.
Yeah.
99.8%
wrote in on, bitch.
positive, 99.8% positive feedback. Who's even paid money for your shit at that price?
It's probably like books or something. Like someone's
History.
like, oh, yeah, I got a book.
19 offers. 19 offers.
Wow.
People.
Yeah, 19 offers this dick. There you go. That's what.
Okay, no. This thing has been up for over a year. The first offer was on the 8th of February, 2022, and all of them have been declined, probably because nobody was willing to actually pay the full price. Man, they can't even give me give me free shipping on this shit. It's $200,000 with $23 shipping. Come on, man.
I want you to think about this. For that price, you could get 200 net Yorozi PS1 dev kits. 200.
Oh yeah.
For that price, you could just hire a company and like make a game, probably.
Yeah.
You could just go to like not even a company, just find like an indie dev and be like, here's a bunch of money, make me a game.
For that price, you could download the ROM, directly tell the legal team of the person who owns the rights, probably Nintendo, and then just tank the legal fees.
That's true. You actually could do that for that price. Man, I wish we could get sponsored by one of those like banking phone apps that like sponsors Eddie Burback to go on a cross country thing.
You fucking
give us
dingus Ethereum bucks.
Yeah, just give me fucking $500,000 so I can get sued by Nintendo for a prank. That would be amazing. I would love it.
We would make it worth your while. Our numbers.
Oh, absolutely.
It'll be great content, I promise.
You're burning money, but it's gonna be cool, okay?
You're wasting money by not paying us to do that.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, where's that money? Realistically, where's that money gonna go? Oh, your wife and kids. Ooh,
college fund.
Yeah, look, if your children loved you enough, they would starve. Okay,
they would. If your children loved you enough, they'd understand.
Your children would appreciate this content more than they would appreciate that fucking sandwich.
Your
Don't lie to
children
yourself.
would appreciate this content more than you as a parent, you fuck.
Wow. Accurate, but mean.
Look, you may as well. It's the only thing you're ever going to do that's going to make your children love you. You may as well.
I don't even remember who we're mad at this point.
I don't
Fuck
fucking
you.
lie.
Oh, man.
Man, I am so...
I hate the retro games market.
I was looking at this retro website, though, and the price for a 360 development kit, which is what you make video games off of, is only $431, and I'm...
No fucking shit.
I'm
That's
tempted.
nuts.
That is nuts. It's an XDK Jasper unit, and it's the old school, like the original 360 model.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it
That's pretty
tempting?
good.
God, yes, it is.
I
Am
guess
I
the
poor?
question is, does
Also-
it come with does it come with the software? Like any of the software?
It
Well, I
would
mean,
come
I
with what's on the
remember
hard drive.
What was that
True.
fucking thing back in the day? It was XNA, the Xbox. XNA is not an acronym, is what it stood for, but it was like the Xbox game
Yeah, it
programming
was-
language thing.
Well, it's also like
And-
their developer partner net thing also, and that people would just mod into the partner net and then just steal games that they had uploaded to test, you know?
Nice.
Which
Yeah.
I should have. Back in the day, I had the opportunity to get my fucking 360 J tagged, like all the cool kids. No, I decided not to, because I'm like, oh, I'm the only one doing this shit legitimately. I'm good at these games. I was a fucking moron.
Oh, you didn't want to like get the fake achievements or
Yeah,
whatever?
I didn't want to like mod around and start firing nukes from my pistol in Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, so you weren't even thinking about like pirating the games?
No,
then.
Yeah, you were just
I was
thinking
I-
about.
that's
oh,
what I
wanna
thought
win at
about. I thought-
Halo.
I thought, oh, I could fly around and like, you know, spawn zombies and multiplayer maps in Black Ops 1. No, I just thought I was being cool and legit. No, I was just being a dumbass. I could
See,
have torn to death
I-
everything.
I was on like pirating websites back in like 2005 or something, and I remember being on like it was like emulatorzone.com or something, the forums. And yeah, I was aware of like people modding their PS2s and just burning all their games, and I was so desperate to get that happening for myself. And so if nothing else in my life, at least I've realized one of my life's goals of having a PS2 burned disc collection. Dreamcast, same thing. 3DS. My Wii is hacked, but I haven't fucking played it in years. Like I would like to do a little more like Sega Saturn maybe, but
Yeah.
Saturn's also kind of pricey and like
So Saturn
I
is a
don't know.
bit of a pain in the ass. Is it
Yeah.
worth it though? 100%.
I don't know. There's not too much on the Saturn that I'm that interested in.
I
but
will recommend Radiant Silvergun till the day I die.
I was playing a bit of Panzer Dragoon Saga at one point on an
Oh,
emulator,
shit.
and that game is pretty cool. And that's one where I play it, and I'm like, it's just amazing that Sega cannot get their heads out of their asses and just like remake this, like this extremely interesting game that nobody ever has played because it was on this failing console.
Yeah, it's like they
all
went
they have
hard
to
in
do-
the paint on their worst console for that one, you know.
Yeah, and
Or
the
at
game
least
doesn't
spec-wise.
look the game doesn't look very good, because it's a Saturn game, but like even to the extent of like how PS1 games have kind of aged poorly, but like they still have some charm. I remember being like, wow, this is the real graphics for this. Oh god. So it's
Oh, yeah.
like they wouldn't have to try hard necessarily to make it like clean it up a little bit for like the Switch. They did make that like Panzer Dragoon remake thing.
Yeah,
but I don't
that
know if
was
there's
that was but funny enough the way that one worked is it's weird. Sega had spawned like licensed out that property to another company and they remade the first game.
Oh.
Yep.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah,
There is not
and I
a
mean, it's-
hint of Sega branding on that fucking remake, by the way.
That is very strange, yeah. And the first game is just like kind of a simple like laser space shooter kind of thing. So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, it's just Space Harrier with a dragon.
yeah. So like I don't know. Knowing that there was like a remake of that, it doesn't fill me with confidence instantly that they're gonna have like what was the one on Xbox too? There was
Orta.
it was Orta. Yeah, that was an exclusive on Xbox as
It
well.
was, and it also
There were so many
I believe it
things
had
that-
1 and 2 as well. I'm
Like we
not
keep
sure.
coming back to it, but man, every time I think like, man, yeah, that was a thing that old Xbox had that was cool. And what does it fucking have now? Like it's the console you can play fucking Fallout 4 with mods.
I
Great.
mean, we're starting to
I
get to
mean,
the point
that's
where
cool.
they're putting out a lot more RPGs. Like we're getting Starfield soon. We've got In Exile, which is like they made all the Wasteland games. They're becoming the RPG
Wasteland's a
console
good
again.
series.
Or at least
I
like the
don't know.
Western RPG console, I should say, not necessarily
I mean,
like JRPG.
We've kind of talked about it before, though. It feels like it's just them like forcing that with money, whereas before, like what I'm talking about is that felt natural. With
No,
the
I
old
mean-
Xbox was like, I mean,
Yeah.
and it was even similar where like they would have a deal with Sega or whatever. Like here's you have Shenmue 2 on the Xbox and stuff
Yeah.
like Panzer Dragoon, but I don't know, like that felt more normal, and now it's just like fuck you. We have all the money, and we have a
Well,
monopoly,
I
and
mean-
now Persona is going to come out here first or whatever, you know.
Without breaking too much of the, I guess, the magic there, some of it was that at that time too. It, like also
Oh
Sega,
yeah, I mean that's how they bought up Rare and everything as well.
yeah,
but-
never
also-
forget.
with Sega,
But that was
I
also
mean,
the beginning of the console, so it was understandable for them to try to build a brand then. Now it's like, oh god, all our branding has failed. We have to like do something.
I mean, we're also in an industry age of consolidation.
Yeah.
Like it or not, it's sadly where we're at. Like, if not them, it would be Tencent, or it would be the Savvy Games Fund from Saudi Arabia. There's a lot of people are trying to consolidate.
I blame
suppose
EA.
that's true.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just EA's fault, but
EA
like,
started the trend.
Yeah.
what's really sad is I remember when EA was a brand name that I looked to for quality. Like early 2000s, they had like Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. They had the Harry Potter games,
Burnout.
SimCity, Burnout. They had all sorts of amazing shit that they
Oh.
were putting out left, right, and center.
Also,
And
don't
then
forget
just
the
just like
shooter.
Ubisoft too. Like they had tons of really varied output and like the standbys like Rayman or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The
And-
one thing I'll recommend is the Shooter Black. If anyone has not played that, it's backwards
Oh, yeah.
compatible on every Xbox. Play it. You have no
Yeah, it's-
excuse.
It's a very short game. It's from the PS2 Xbox
I
generation.
miss short games.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
miss. Well, you still get them. It's just that they're more like indie, digital only
Yeah.
releases. Like there was this game that people were comparing the Gollum one to, which was like
Ugh.
Sticks in the Shadows or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like this 3D indie game, and it's only like a few hours long. But that's the kind of game that you would have paid like, you know, probably full price for or whatever. You would have got that on the PS2 or something. But now it's just like a, you know, an indie. And that's the good thing about digital is it does mean some games are cheaper, but not necessarily the ones where they just decide to screw you.
I do think there are a lot of games that if they had tried releasing during the PS2 original Xbox era without digital, it would have fucking tanked for them.
Yeah.
True.
I mean,
I'm trying to think of one that's come out
Although
recently. But
I would say some probably should have tanked.
oh,
You know,
great.
I'm not gonna go out and defend Bomberman Zero, although that probably did.
But yeah, Bomberman Act Zero sucked. Although
Bomberman Act Zero is a really interesting game because it actually is trying really hard to be a remake of the original, but like it's also
It
trying to
fails.
be like super fucking edgy and
It
like it
fails
also
in every fucking aspect.
and it has no ability to like continue. If you die, you have to restart the whole game. It's kind of fucking terrible.
it's really poorly designed. God, though,
We didn't even get into X yet, by the way.
Or
I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, we don't know what you're talking-
real
yeah,
quick, but
Yes.
I do want to say I have a segue
Oh,
going back to the Ubisoft thing. You remember that?
Yeah. Oh, real quick, I will say this before we get into this. There's gonna be an ad break right here. This podcast was brought to you by the Kickstarter for Ned Iron Outlaw from Beer Labs. Ned is a 2D Metroidvania set within the wild frontier of Australia as Ned Kelly, a real-life notorious outlaw who wore a suit made of iron way before a superhero did. run through endless swarms of enemies. We're talking zombie cops, we're talking mutant Australian native animals like kangaroos and koalas. You get to wield standard shooters like pistols and shotguns alongside some truly original weapons like the boomerang and an Australian football. The devs are committed to bring this game out in 2024, and the major mechanics are fully implemented and running smoothly. However, they need your support with their Kickstarter to implement the entirety of the story. By pledging to the Kickstarter, you get early access to the game for cheaper price, and a lot of amazing prizes for supporters of the Kickstarter, including an actual original Iron Helmet. There's a demo on Steam right now, but go check that Kickstarter page, it's down below. And thank you to Beer Labs and Ned Iron Outlaw for sponsoring this episode of Loud Equals Funny. Now, let's get back to the episode.
Oh,
And
wasn't
we're back.
that a nice ad?
Whoa!
Yeah,
Ad
nice
break,
ad.
whoa!
That was a pretty cool ad. Anyway, so as I was saying before, going back to the Ubisoft stuff, I do think, because we were talking about physical games for a while, even though physical games do kind of suck, like you have to you have to like allocate all of this shelf space for them.
You
You
gotta
have
wait
to
for
like
them to
get up.
install.
Yeah, you have to get
I
up.
mean, you
and
gotta
put
do
them
that
in your
with digital
console.
anyway, but yeah. No,
At the very
it's
least,
worked.
At the very least, if you buy Assassin's Creed 4, there's your mention, on like Xbox 360, you do still have Assassin's Creed 4 on Xbox 360. You know.
Yeah.
So speaking of people stabbing people, a couple episodes ago, a few episodes ago now, actually, we mentioned we mentioned a man named Stephen McCullough.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
His
Saxon 07.
Yes, Vote Saxon 07. If you remember Claw's stream about it, stabbed his allegedly stabbed his pregnant girlfriend. They were together at the time. I just found that out.
Oh.
His trial got pushed to August 11th.
Oh, another
Very
month.
cool.
Wow.
Very
Hey, I mean-
good. Very cool.
He won't hear
I'm
this.
very happy about
we
it.
can cut out the allegedly. He's not going to hear this from prison.
I mean, you know, just the tiny chance he didn't do it. You know, I don't want to.
That's
I mean, this could all just be a huge misunderstanding.
Yeah, like the
guys.
biggest misunderstanding in the fucking world.
I mean,
Although, on the assumption
it'd
that
be
it's not a
hilarious if it
misunderstanding,
was.
on the assumption that it's not a misunderstanding, I think it's absolutely hilarious that now like there's a new Sonic Screwdriver, there's a new Doctor Who thing, and like he was like not happy with the previous ones, and now he doesn't get to like see it or review it.
I hope they don't
He's
have
just-
fucking Doctor Who in jail.
I mean, it's England. It might be part of the like.
It might be
government
mandatory in jail.
program. Yeah,
it's the curriculum.
yeah. That's the
Re-education.
re-education program. Yeah,
Yeah,
You have to read British laws, you teeth.
that's an episode of Doctor Who right there. He goes to a prison where they're forcing people to watch the Beeb.
Oh no.
Oh,
So yeah, that's all I had to say about that. I just wanted to mention
Yeah.
it because we didn't last time.
yep.
Or the
Which
time before
mean,
that, technically.
good
he's
good
gonna
riddance
get-
to bad rubbish.
It's gonna keep getting pushed back, you know, and like, I don't know. People say that it's like, oh, they just want to, you know, gather all the evidence. They want to make extremely sure. But like, I don't fucking know, man.
See,
I think-
here's the thing: they're watching that live stream frame by frame,
yeah,
one frame per
they
day.
They probably are, yeah. I don't know that that's the reason that it's like.
All right, mate. Let's
so long.
analyze this frame here.
Well, you think it was in Ireland at the time.
No.
So,
Hey, Philly Fully, let's examine this frame here.
Hey, we're
Ooh.
trying our best. Yeah. Their accents are goofy. I can't understand them. I need Google Translate.
See, I can understand it because of my potato blood.
Haha! I'm making ya.
Aye.
You're not allowed
So, yeah.
to say that, Dave.
I mean,
Speaking of which-
I have some Irish in me. I don't know. I'm not that much of an alcoholic.
That actually
Yeah,
reminds me. Well, it doesn't. It reminds me somehow, but
Yes.
So we were talking about earlier guests that we would like on the podcast,
Mhm.
and that actually
Oh,
ties
Stephen
into what I
McCullough?
want to. Yes, of course.
Hey, tell you what, if he does somehow
You
get
know
out,
what? Stephen McCullough, if you're listening to this, Vote Saxon 07, Mr. Man that I talked to and I thought was like I looked up to. If you want to come on this podcast and defend yourself, damn it, we're stealing the official podcast bit. Fuck.
Yep. You know,
Seriously
I'll
though, if you want to come on, why
Yeah.
not?
We
I
will.
mean,
We
I
will
don't
see
think
why
see.
not.
I think he's in jail. So like
Yeah,
in
he's
5
being
years
held in
when he
custody.
sees this or whatever.
The joke is
Yeah,
that
you know,
he's going to
if,
go to
if
jail and he'll never be on this fucking show. That's what joke.
he's probably gonna get like 20 to life. You know.
Yeah, I mean it's more than barring any extreme mishaps, I would say it's most likely that he's going to be
Yeah.
found guilty.
Yeah, because like everything that we've all seen so far, it points it's not like
It's
incontrovertible evidence. It's not like oh, they found his fingerprints at the scene. It's like very, very persuasive circumstantial evidence. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, I think there's
oh, I
probably
was, like there was some piss on the tree outside. They're searching the house for it. I just happened to have been like really, really needing to piss like 5 minutes before I went and pissed, before there was piss on the tree.
it
And
doesn't
then after the
technically
piss
mean he
was on
killed
the
anyone.
tree, I was just fine. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's probably stuff that they aren't releasing to the public, but immediately they arrested him like the next day, and then they were like, "Oh, he was streaming; it couldn't have been him."
Yeah,
but there must
and
have
they
been
were like,
something. Yeah, there must have
the
been
stream
something
kind of
though that.
sus.
Yeah, well, there must have been something like DNA wise or whatever. I guess not DNA. That wouldn't have happened so quickly.
If you remember, it was
There was footage.
Yeah, it was found that the live stream that he did was pre-recorded. I don't know how they found that out, and maybe they
Well, yeah, no, but I mean, like the day after
like
she was murdered,
forensic shit.
they went
Oh, well, I mean,
to him.
yeah, that's because he
I mean,
that's because he
relationship, yeah.
quote unquote that's because he quote unquote found the body.
Oh,
That's-
right.
oh, yeah,
It's
that's
obvious. It's that's just procedure.
So he also self-reported.
Kinda, yeah.
Huh.
Assuming he did it, I'm just laying down protection for my bases here, covering them.
Yeah, just put a big put allegedly in the podcast title. Somewhere.
That's gonna have to go there.
Yeah, the alleged something. Anyway, what was I saying?
You
He got pushed back.
Yeah, push back.
Yeah, it got pushed back. I mean, that's all I really had to say about it. I just think it's wild.
I mean, it keeps happening, and that's like the meme with like Chris Chan too, where the date just keeps, because Chris Chan still has to have the trial thing happen.
God, is
like
is Barb still alive?
Wow.
Nobody really knows, but
by the time this trial's done, Barb's gonna be dead in the fucking ground.
Barb was already
probably.
like 117 fucking years old.
Well, she's like in her 80s or something. But
That's basically 117.
I mean,
she was
have
pretty
you seen how
far
she's
gone.
looked though? I mean, it's like,
yeah, she was not doing good for an 80-year-old, which is
Like-
saying something.
that's if like looked 120. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, okay. So as I was saying,
yes.
on the topic of like people that we would like to have on the podcast,
Yes.
that having our dream guests on the podcast might be a little bit more difficult now because Twitter limited the amount of DMs that unverified accounts can send per day. Which good lord, that fucks over artists. That fucks over people like friends who just talk on Twitter. Like it would potentially fucks us over because like we're probably gonna like within the next few weeks reach out to another guest for Gamergate Part 3.
Yeah.
If we have to like extendedly talk to the guests and if they're not like open with joining like the guest server that we have going, that could fuck us over.
Well, it basically be like, hey, what's your email? What's your pager number?
Yeah, we're really.
Well, that's the thing because
can I send you a fax?
Hell
yes.
I kind of want to get a fax machine just to say I have one and hope
that
someone
would be
calls
great.
it.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, just total return to hipster.
Hell yeah, brother.
Get yourself a fucking typewriter.
Oh,
why not? So yeah,
typo means retype the whole page.
That means throw the page out, get a new one.
So
Sorry, go.
Oh yeah. I don't know what it is, but Elon Musk is just determined to have people not use the platform that he paid $44 billion for. It's insane. Also,
Keep
Twitter's
saying
called
it's-
X now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sure. Yeah, how about that? Just
Oh,
insert.
that's
Can we just insert Titus laughing for like a minute in the podcast? Just
you should do it. Yes, absolutely.
I'll probably
I'm
cut
actually
it in.
gonna
I
my time stamp right now is an hour 14 minutes. Write that down.
Yeah, no, I said on stream the other day, like, I had heard vaguely about the X thing, and I was like, oh, that's the Threads one. That's like, oh, Meta renamed their thing to X, that because of they were getting sued, right? Like, Elon Musk said that he was gonna sue fucking Facebook for like stealing the Twitter idea for Threads or whatever. So I'm like, maybe they changed the name because of that. No, it's just Twitter. It's just the newest random fucking chaos mode decision, critical failure decision that Elon Musk decides to fucking roll out is just now it's called X instead of Twitter.
Well,
And my question:
like,
Do we know?
Yeah.
Do we know what you call sending a tweet now?
Oh,
What
we
is
actually
that?
do.
Xing?
Okay, wait. Don't
Yeah,
say anything.
you go
I
ahead.
want to.
Oh.
I want to talk about this.
Okay.
They're called Zeets. Xeets. Don't say anything, Bang.
Yep.
Isn't that fucking stupid? Zeets.
Yeah.
Are you joking?
Xeets.
No, I'm not.
Also, I just lied to you. They're called X's.
Well, no. Hang on, no. They are
Wait,
called
what?
Zeets.
No, they're not. They're called X's.
Okay, listen, but at this
Confirmed
point,
by fucking Elon Musk.
either of you could be lying. This is so dumb.
That's
But that's the
thing,
beautiful
though.
thing is
Zeets.
you don't know if we're kidding.
Zeets.
No.
Zeets is like an actual, like, at the very least, it's somewhat creative. You know, it's a little bit creative. It has that little tiny fucking speck of creativity. But no, they're X's. X apostrophe S. By the way, that's not how you do plurals, Elon.
No,
Yeah,
You know,
that's terrible.
let me actually.
So you do
I'm gonna send this
an
link
X.
to show you.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
find.
I'm supposed to write up an X storm now and furiously hate X at people. I've got to sub X certain people that I don't want to name.
I found.
Yes.
So yeah, so some guy who was also like a weirdo crypto checkmark guy. So again, don't listen to him for most things, but
Elon Musk, Dick Rider.
yes. So Elon Musk wants to change the term followers to viewers.
Right.
Which,
I really like the homogenization.
Well, doesn't they also want to turn it into like a fucking dating app or something?
Yes, they want to turn it into an everything app.
Yeah, he wants to turn this into, because if you know about WeChat in China, with a lot of these countries, like, they have an app that's like that, but they also don't have their banks so fucking ingrained like we do in North America. You know, it's like it's fucking embarrassing. But we don't. The problem is we don't necessarily need an app that is a dating app and an e-commerce app and
we have things for those already.
Yeah, we have Tinder.
This sounds like America Online or some shit. Come
it does
join our
sound-
thing.
Yeah.
That's an all-in-one super app that has everything you could ever need.
Funnily enough,
Yeah.
the idea for X.com dates back to when fucking America Online was like a thing.
Yeah,
Really?
He's had this idea since PayPal.
But this is the idea. But like Twitter was the idea. What the fuck is this? He's just repurposing Twitter into this thing that he's wanted
exactly
to do.
what he's doing.
He is.
Why didn't he just do that to begin with? What was all with all this other shit?
You want my personal opinion?
Why was he tenderizing the meat?
He's trying to spiral it to see if it'll fuck up, but he's also trying to hope it will be successful. So if it doesn't fuck up, then he says, "Oh yeah, I was doing a good idea the whole time," you know.
I mean,
this man is not bright. He's just rich. Okay.
He wants it both ways.
He's rich and
remember when he was in Iron Man 2? I remember.
I remember. Was he?
Yep.
Yeah, he was. He talks to Tony Stark.
That sucks.
Tony Stark is
It's very funny.
fictional. Tony Stark is now dead, but he's in a better position than Elon Musk is in. God.
No, I bet Elon is rolling in his grave.
I wish. All right,
Elon's
so
original hairline is rolling in his grave.
Oh, that is.
I do want to go back to that PayPal thing because back when like PayPal merged with something else to like Elon basically,
So I can calculate the path of that. So originally, he wanted to do X as a banking website, and of course, everyone said, "Why call it X?" And Elon said, "The one." And
because X is cool. Well, he wanted to call it X back then.
Yeah.
Yes.
So did he name? But didn't he name this after his kid, who's also named X? Is this like his Sonic?
He named his kid after the idea.
Yeah.
He named his kid after the letter.
That.
Well, I'm trying. Let me find what Elon Musk like. He has a term for the letter X, and it's so fucking embarrassing. Like, if I had written this out talking about a letter, I would rightfully hope somebody would bully me.
I mean, I had a stream just the other day, where I talked about a guy who thinks that the letter X in any context is meant to represent Satan or something. So, I mean, I think that that's possible. I think that that's very possible.
Real quick, I'll just go ahead and say the actual text of the PayPal story. So in 2000, Elon Musk tried to rebrand PayPal as X.com. But he was forced out by the board and replaced as CEO.
That's what got him out of PayPal.
That's what got him out of PayPal.
Elon rolled the worst joint in the world, asked to leave the function.
Wow.
Like he got fired for that.
I knew that I thought he left. I thought he just left PayPal, but I guess it's because of this stupid idea. Wow, this is the culmination of everything.
That's also why Peter Thiel and him have like a total fucking hate rivalry.
His son is gonna have to deal with that at some point.
XA-E13 or whatever the fuck it is.
Isn't it?
It's X.
Something else?
Yes, it's X Asha 12.
I'm not calling it that.
X, that AE symbol.
Yeah.
-A -XII.
Right. This is
Man
like
Ladasha.
Because the dash don't be silent.
Oh. There's also I'm trying to find that quote where he talks about like the letter X in such a fucking embarrassing way.
He's obsessed.
I want to know about this quote. Yeah,
he's absolutely obsessed with the letter X, and I think I know why. It's because he has so many ex-wives. I got jokes for days. I got jokes for days on this shit.
Might have a few extra chromosomes.
Yeah. Honestly, I think he probably should have named it Y, because that's the question all of us asked.
Throw in some badoomts in here.
I got some quotes here. Musk suggested that he had chosen X to replace Twitter because he wanted something that embodies the imperfections that make us all unique. Which, oh my fucking god!
Oh, it's like that guy who wanted Sonic to be redesigned to be more vulnerable and have a backpack.
Yep. And then why they named their child X, according to musician artist Grimes. I know she's got a real name, but I'm just gonna call her Grimes. Noted in her baby name explanation, X connotes the unknown variable in algebra. It is, of course, also a symbol for multiplication, and in linguistics, it's what's known as a phonetic chameleon, meaning it's used to replicate a number of different sounds.
So, in other words, he's just
I hate theater kids.
This is a fucking... Who was this? Was this Grimes or him?
This was Grimes who said that, but...
Okay.
I mean,
that sounds like... That is some Dunning-Kruger effect, like, I'm so dumb that I don't realize I'm not smart. I'm not a genius. Like, it's like a multiplication thing. And also, it's like a letter. Like, wow.
Yeah, amazing. It's like...
Good name.
Real high-quality thinking here. Yeah, I don't know.
At least that kid will have money. That's all I have to say.
I guess so. Hopefully. Maybe
not after all of this.
Honestly, the kid might disown him.
Well,
there is a
one
precedent set.
One of his children has already disowned him.
Yes, Vivian.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
He has a ironically, because he goes after trans people now, a trans daughter who disowned him.
Yep, Vivian.
Interesting.
Yep.
And you know what? I'll just say
Yep.
this. Elon, I know you're listening, by the way. Hi, Elon.
Hello,
Best
Elon.
friends. I'll see you at the golf course.
I
Elon,
know where you
See you,
live.
I
at,
will-
see you at the
I will
island.
I will stop dead naming your platform because I'm still going to call it Twitter.
Yeah, no,
I will
it's
stop
not
dead
changing from
naming your
Twitter.
platform when you stop dead naming your daughter. That's right.
Well,
Fuck you.
what is this like a proven thing? There's like DNA tests and stuff. People know about this. I've never heard about this.
Oh yeah.
No. It's very public.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah,
I mean,
didn't
Elon
know
Musk
about
has
all
like
that.
6 kids, unironically. Like,
Vivian Jenna Wilson.
Well,
He has more than 6.
Who is
Oh, I thought it was
fucking
6.
Elon Musk? I mean, I guess
People.
he's
people,
rich.
Apparently.
Yeah, I guess people really wanted to.
For a lot of money, I would fuck
Oh,
Rosie O'Donnell for
Okay.
$100.
I
Okay.
don't like doing this because I just think it's kind of like, you know, the whole thing with trans people changing their names, like they're no longer that person, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you want to? So I'm not going to say the name, but do you want to guess what letter?
I already
Vivian-
know.
Do you wanna-
Xander Musk. Oh.
Not quite. That's
There's an X.
different.
There's an X.
That's a different kid, but there is an X.
Is there a
There
Xander?
is
Vivian
a
Jenna
Xander?
Wilson's name used to,
Is there a
used to
Xander?
start with X. Thank you, Elon. Very based.
All of his fucking kids start. Oh god. Oh
Well, this
fucking
is
god.
like- This is like his the number 23 or whatever. Like this is like slowly spiraling into madness for him. His whole life is going to be dominated by the letter X.
Yeah, I understand.
Essentially, yeah.
I mean,
Probably
this is
because he
gonna
has so many ex-wives.
God, yeah.
You already used that one, but that is a
10.
good
He
joke.
has
I
10
know.
children.
He's the most divorced man in the
Seriously.
world. You can't not make the joke multiple times, you know?
But like, this is gonna be the downfall for him because this app idea is fucking stupid, and everybody is still just gonna call it Twitter. And like, I don't know what the fuck he thinks he's
because
doing.
I heard this example the other day, and it's so apt. Twitter got us all to call the posts on their platform tweets.
Yeah.
They didn't have to work hard to do that. We just did it
And
because
it's
it made
stupid.
sense with the branding. Yeah, it's stupid, but it happened.
It
like-
naturally happened.
It naturally happened. It wasn't out of place. It wasn't weird because the branding was so on point.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what the fuck to call tweets like under the X name until Elon Musk said, "Yeah, they're called X's,"
But it's also like
which is a stupid name.
Super creative, by the way.
14 years of branding is unheard of for any
Yeah,
company.
just
Like Facebook has changed
throwing
their
that
logo
away.
so many times. So many different things. We've tried to change their fucking name to goddamn Meta for fuck's sakes. Twitter.
That's the thing.
Well, that's the thing.
here's the
Why
thing.
are they following in the footsteps of Facebook, who are failing ever since they did that?
Elon
Here's the
is an
funniest
idiot.
thing.
Anyways, yes.
They're not exactly following under the footsteps of Facebook, because if you go onto Facebook, it's still called Facebook.
Yeah.
If you go onto
Yeah, it's
Instagram, it's still called Instagram.
the
Instagram
company is
Twitter
Meta.
thing, it's called
Yeah.
Threads.
Which
They didn't
that
change the
decision
name
was
of their
dumb, but-
platform.
Yeah,
They changed the name of the company
it's like Facebook has lasted
because they know.
Yeah.
They know the value of branding.
They know that
Why
branding is
doesn't Elon?
branding
Why
is
doesn't the
fickle
richest
also,
man in the
'cause-
world know branding?
branding is
I
also
mean,
I
real
feel like
fickle
I'm going
too.
insane.
People
Like,
will
and he's
turncoat on
he's
shit
the-
often. Sorry.
he's the guy who's responsible for the fucking, and certainly not solely responsible, but he's the Tesla guy.
Yeah.
And Tesla's one of the biggest brands out there
Tesla
right
Tesla
now.
has
Tesla-
good branding.
Tesla made electric cars not cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And in the
despite
same
my
way,
opinions
like,
on them, the EV system
Twitter-
has only grown because of them.
Twitter made being a cantankerous cunt who like corrects people about the lore or whatever normal and not cringe. I
And
mean, it's still
even
kinda
somewhat
cringe.
successful too.
Yeah.
Successful, yes, and now we're all supposed to just like,
Now we
I
gotta
don't
jump to
know,
a new app.
it's like a social
Yes,
experiment where they're just like seeing what they can get away with and if we'll all just like comply. It's crazy.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's just like the fucking mono fucking herding people through the Walmart lines. You all got to go through the one line
Yep, you just gotta follow all the checkout arrows. Just go this direction, that direction.
And there's all the fucking impulse buys all around the side, so you buy the fucking cookie dough bites. Anyways,
But like Tesla.
let's see.
The only cringe thing I'll really say about Tesla's branding is when you take the acronym for all the model cars, it becomes S3XY. Sexy. It's a little cringe.
of course the X is there.
I mean, yeah, the X is there, which admittedly now looks a little weird, but
Yeah. I bet,
Like,
I
is that
bet he
his
gets
car?
off on any fucking X, like any word.
why do you
with
think he has
X
so
in it.
many X's?
Have we
Yeah.
ever
Hey,
met some?
it's number 3.
Has anybody ever met somebody named Elon?
No, but it does feel
No.
like a very South African name. I can't do a South African
Yeah.
accent.
I guess.
South African.
South African.
South African.
Oh yeah,
That's
apartheid.
more
Eh?
like more like just fucking New Zealand.
Yeah, you know what I need to do? I need to rewatch like District 9 for like 12 hours in
Yeah.
earbuds and just
Just
get
watch
that accent.
Chappie over and over again. That's the
Oh
good
no,
one.
no, I have some sanity, man. Chappie was rough. I haven't seen that in years though. So
Listen to every D'Antwoord album.
oh, that dude, the
Oh.
dude's a weirdo now.
Yeah, well, yeah, he and the woman. The woman,
Yeah.
the woman supported him and tried to shut up people that talked about him.
Real
God,
quick before we
couldn't
get
just
too off
look
topic,
like weirdos? Sorry, go on.
Mhm.
I just want to add. This is a little footnote.
Yes.
Just a small footnote. So the X logo, the new logo for Twitter.
Yeah.
It looks like shit, right?
Oh, it does. It's
If you go look, it's an X, but like one of them is like double bricked up on a Sunday afternoon. That's my
I'll
brain is
send
so
a screenshot
broken.
to Claw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you just go on Twitter right now, it's there. They've changed all the logos. But
I've already done that.
Somebody
Wow.
just heard me screenshot something.
funnily enough,
Yeah.
in 1993, there was a company that was founded called Xenon Labs. If you look at it now, it's like an NFT thing because it started as a financial thing, which I guess that's a pretty obvious evolution here. They had a logo from 1993 to 2007. You want to guess what it fucking looked like?
Oh yeah, brother.
It looks exactly the same.
Holy shit.
And
Yeah.
this
That
logo
might,
was
that
like
might have to be the thumbnail. I don't know what you're doing for thumbnail, but
I already have an X in there, but
that's fair.
That's a good. That would be like an end of Evangelion thumbnail. That's almost what that looks like. That's very.
If we hadn't already
it
done
sucks
one
that we
recently.
it sucks that we already did that.
Yeah, we that X is like kind of different because that one is like two sort of T shapes
I
like
getcha.
back to back, whereas
Yeah.
the other one is like it's just one.
Well, also it's like
sort of
rounded and not cut
box.
off of the tips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little different, but certainly from a distance they do
It's
look
like,
very similar. It's
fuck.
like you couldn't
Yeah.
even flip
And, like-
around which one was the double
Exactly.
bricked up one.
So just to for the benefit of our audio listeners, and probably if I don't put it in the thumbnail, it's essentially exactly the same. There's like very granular differences, like the middle part of the X isn't pointy on two corners. There aren't like top bits.
Yeah, and
like
the
top
line's
caps.
narrow compared to like
And it's like an
thicker.
older pixelated image too, so it's a
Yeah,
little.
they made
shittier,
an
but-
animated version. I can't
Oh,
I
shit.
can't just copy it. but,
Yeah, I did look
probably
into them now.
dangerous.
Yeah, they're making NFT tool stuff.
But like here's the thing though. The logo that's currently used was made by one of Musk's sycophants, which is a great mark. It's so good. But it was based on the original like a reveal announcement thing, which uses that a logo very similar to that.
Yeah.
And I feel like this isn't a coincidence, and the person who made the company, who created the company Xenon Labs, also doesn't think it's a coincidence.
Yeah, it
Because
doesn't look like
the
a
original
coincidence.
site they used was xe.com.
Oh, that would check. Elon would probably addictively be like, "This site is very similar to mine. I want this."
So yeah, that's an interesting little footnote, huh?
It is
I
interesting.
mean, like, to be fair, if you want to give him any points, I guess the term, the word, the fucking symbol or whatever, X,
Yeah,
is like,
the letter.
is it's like a good symbol for an app. If there was a new app, if he just made a new offshoot of Twitter called X that was just whatever, some everything app, like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to use it, but it wouldn't be as dumb as completely renaming the thing that people already know the name of and are used to calling.
I disagree that X is a good name for an app for
It's a little too
one reason.
generic.
It's
Yeah,
a, it's
for
a
one
good
reason
logo
and one reason only.
concept.
Yeah.
But-
No, I wouldn't say so. For
I mean,
one reason and one reason only. It seems like a porn site.
It
You
does.
know,
Well,
Yeah, X
yes,
videos.
that's true.
like if
they
you
are
go
window
on
already
to
making
Twitter
that
right
joke.
now, if you go onto Twitter right now and you see a tweet that has a video like the I'm pretty sure the official term for that right now would be an X video. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. I mean, people are already making that joke, but to be fair,
I mean, he does want to make this a dating app.
They made that joke immediately.
He does
Well,
want to make this
yeah.
a dating app. X videos.
One of
all I gotta say.
the first fucking things that I saw about this was Mudahar jokingly being like, "Yeah, they even made a video platform. It's called xvideos.com. Go check it out."
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they've got the hamster enthusiast website, X Hamster, as well. It's crazy. But like, I don't know, it is a little too generic probably, you know, but and it does kind of allude to that. I would say that, like, you know, you're talking very casually using the words Twitter and tweeting. Again, that is very fucking stupid if you don't stop. Like, what were people saying about that back in the day? Probably something similar. Like, but, you know, on the other hand, X videos has been around for a long time, so kind of has the right to be, it has the right to be known as the X videos website.
So, tell you what, I'm gonna do. This will be in the description for everyone to go look at this image that I'm gonna post. But Claw, without Tristan, can you tell you what? Don't look at chat. Tristan, delete those two images real quick, please.
Oh yeah, sure.
What's happening?
Don't look in the chat for a second. We're gonna test something.
Okay.
I'm also gonna delete.
Should I not look at the chat or something?
Yes, don't look at the chat for a second.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let me get rid of the Elon Musk tweet too.
Yes.
We're
playing a fun game. I'm gonna link an image in the description for anyone listening. It's gonna be on YouTube and Spotify and all that. We're gonna play a game where Claw's going to guess which one of these is Twitter and which one of these is the porn site logo.
Okay.
We're playing a game here, Claw. Take a guess.
Oh God! Oh no, that's diabolical.
Okay,
Is it bad that I did know because, well, continue, Claw. Sorry.
Well, I know because I'm looking at the X logo right now.
Yeah, it's the fourth one, but man, I mean, I would say also like the middle one and the one that's like the fifth one, the pink one, they both kind of make me feel like they're travel apps, like Expedia or something.
Yeah.
Like for some reason I'm getting a lot of vibes. And also that at the X for the Twitter one, it reminds me of, what is the app? It's like Verbo or something.
Oh,
something.
I think I've seen the logo before, so I know where you're coming from.
There's another logo that's similar to this one I'm thinking of.
But you know which one out of these would be the best Twitter one though? It would be the one on, like, the first one on the left, the light X. That would be so much better than the one we have now.
The one they're going for looks more, I'm gonna say the one that they're using looks the most like a porn site logo.
It does.
Yeah, right.
Of all of these, it looks, because all the rest of them look like a travel site, or
all
like kind of geeky and nerdy or whatever, like a fucking textile website.
Well, look at the third one though. The third one looks literally like a fucking FedEx logo in a way.
Yeah,
and then something being shipped.
And then here we have this one, the Twitter.com logo, where all it needs to look like even more like a porn site logo is like either being like a fucking script font or be serifed.
Yes. The only other thing is the person who took this image had like a notification, so it's got a little red dot on it, so it looks even more like a porn site.
Yeah, because it looks like the recording thing.
It does. It looks like you're showing your dick to somebody.
It kind of looks like a like one of those porn things where it's trying to look like elegant or whatever and fancy. You know, I can
Yeah,
see.
Like
it's specifically
Brazzers.
stated.
Yeah,
It's
it's trying to be
specifically
like.
stated to be like an Art Deco like inspired logo.
I mean, I'm just trying to imagine this like out of context. If because like it's like this is the sort of thing that would come up as like an alternative to Twitter. Is everybody you got to go over to X? It's way better than Twitter, and then it dies in like 2 months.
Yeah.
So it's just very strange that this is the actual Twitter. I don't know.
Well, Threads is Threads is probably the closest, although that's got a lot of problems. But people are coming to it. Every stupid decision that Elon makes. Blue Sky is still fucking invite only, and I still have not gotten an invite yet.
Yeah, I plugged the host's email in.
You're good. I'll send you my. Also send you my personal email just in case. Because
I mean, you can do that yourself. I just knew that.
What is Blue Sky again? I think we talked about this.
It's basically Twitter too.
Yeah, it's Twitter made by Jack Dorsey.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, people didn't like Jack Dorsey in his time, so I don't know why. You know.
Well, hey,
I think
man.
I said it. I think I
The
said
lesser
it
of
in
two
another
evils,
podcast.
you know?
Yeah, I said it in another podcast. Like, why would I want to join like a special Pay Piggy members only? I guess it's not Pay Piggy, but it's like members only blue check mark verified people Twitter. And then I think Tristan, you were like, that's basically what Twitter is now anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which I haven't really. I have not
paid $10 and get a check mark for free.
Wow.
I haven't even used Twitter since like, I mean, not really since like 2020 or something. So like, man, just to imagine how bad it is now. I mean, I don't want to. It's not motivating me to go back, but
yeah,
you know, if I'm able to get on like fucking Threads or whatever, I mean,
Threads, you just have to have an Instagram account.
This is multiple podcasts in a row now. Not in a row, maybe, but so far there have been multiple podcasts that we've done where I've had to say, I can't wait for the internet historian video about this.
Oh, same.
Because I know there will be one about the downfall of Twitter. And like, it'll be one of those ones where he's like 6:57 a.m. he tweeted out this, and now now it was called X. The world was not happy. You know, like, I can see it already. I can see it. It's going to be great. And that and the sub.
Every stupid decision, it just keeps getting like a 10-minute thing added on to it.
Yeah, it keeps getting worse. I mean, fuck.
I've never seen somebody take something so hard.
I don't know how you would begin to, I guess, just go back on Elon Musk's Twitter. Like back to around when he bought it, and then just kind of scroll forward and see each day, like which stupid thing he did.
Oh yeah, well,
and that would be how you would keep track of the crazy Elon Musk decisions.
We've also got like even before then, where it's like he was kind of cock teasing with the idea of purchasing it, then he pulls out, and then the lawyers come back and we're like, yeah, no, you got to finish what you started, bitch. Like, there's a lot that is going to have to be covered with this.
Yeah, and it's
also I feel like at the very least you should also like include a little bit on how hard it was for like YouTubers and stuff to get verified.
Oh because, yeah, like, for years
that was a problem.
There was
Elon
a fucking
fixed it
there was a YouTuber. There was a YouTuber who kept getting impersonated, and for years he was like sending them letters. He was
I'm pretty sure it was Schlott.
I think it might have been Schlott. Didn't at one point they gave him like a joke thing for verification?
I don't know.
I think so.
I mean, I hate to invoke the name, but Gus Johnson, I remember, used to talk about like how he was never getting verified on Twitter, and he'd be like, if you're not like a journalist, you basically won't get verified. If you are like a very public person and you've got TV shows made and like things, lots of stuff to like, your name to verify
you'll be like you'll be a YouTuber with like 5 million subs and like 2 million followers on Twitter, and then you're not verified, but some dude who works for like the Huffington Post with like,
well, not even, it'll be
followers.
Like some guy with 40 followers who works for a local news station in like Maine or something will be verified.
And like, here's the thing, I understand verifying those people.
Yeah, that's fine, sure.
But just like, maybe verify
Also
the people who are
verify
also,
the
like,
other people.
yeah, very public-facing people like YouTubers.
And you'd think that Twitter of all sites, like, I mean, of all sort of, you'd think that Twitter of all would know about, like, social media people.
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
Another social
Like,
media platform should be able to respect somebody, like, on a different
fucking
one.
Steakum, the
I don't know what that is.
brand,
Oh,
the
that
brand
yeah.
of ready-made fucking meat products, they had to fight to get verified.
Well, I mean, great value steakums just, are that much better, I guess.
I mean, hey, knockoff
insane.
mystery meat must be fine, right?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
I mean, and that's what we are to the aliens, ultimately.
pretty much.
Yes, we're bringing it full circle, baby.
Oh,
Shit, what else is there to talk about? Oh yeah, a U.S. soldier crossed the North Korea DMZ.
oh yeah. I think he's like the 5th or 6th American total.
Yeah. Honestly, when I first heard that someone crossed the DMZ, I was so fucking sure it was going to be a TikTok thing.
Yeah, that's what people were saying, was that it was going to be like somebody was going to go in and fucking plank on the fucking DMZ or whatever.
I assume it was going to be like one of those old prank YouTubers.
Oh,
hey guys,
man,
today
I
we're going to
remember
cross the
2012.
DMZ.
No. You start playing the prank invasion music.
Oh, good lord.
Best for
Legalize nuclear bombs.
If he wants to come back and do that kind of shit, I am down for that prank invasion.
I mean,
yeah,
maybe
literal
fucking
prank
kissing
invasion.
Pranks.
Do we know what happened? Did that guy, was there ever any further? Because I remember there was that guy who went to Afghanistan, Lord whatever. From 4chan.
Lord Miles, yeah.
Yeah, he went there, and then I remember like months later, Mudahar talked about it, and it was like, did something else happen to this guy or something? I wasn't sure. I think there might have been further updates about that guy, or he did it again, or some crazy shit. I don't know.
I will Google
something like that.
I'm 70% certain he's dead.
I'd probably go at like a solid 40.
The dude was in Afghanistan. 70's low.
I mean, true,
30%,
but I did hear about him getting
out. 30%, but he's got a low luck stat, so it's more likely.
Oh yeah, all right.
Fucking.
He didn't spec into that. He spec'd into fucking big brain.
I'm checking. Apparently, there's like an update on his Twitter. I am looking for. Apparently he is. Apparently he's still alive.
Oh wow, good for him.
He has been in Taliban custody for 4 months.
Oh, he's still there?
He's still with the Taliban. There's photos of him with the Taliban.
Well, I guess not. Never mind.
like chilling, or just like being captured.
I'll post it to the group, but this is as chill as the Taliban.
Oh my god, they really are chilling. Inshallah.
Yeah, they are. I think he might have just found some friends. I mean,
I'm reading these
weirdo.
Tweets.
Like great. He's from, what was his boards again? It was like K and
I think K and the travel board. I'm not fully certain.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just imagining there's a lot of people on 4chan who'd probably get along well with like,
I'm 100% willing to speak to this guy.
Yeah, I would have this guy on the podcast for sure.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Here's an interesting thing. I'll quickly read here. Apparently, he will sell his exclusive shirt to a journalist upon his return. DM him an offer on Twitter. He doesn't know about these tweets, but he'll see it when he's home to be paid upon his arrival. Highest bid wins minimum 5K British pounds. Well, is he dead?
Our goal is.
I don't know.
We have a goal now.
This feels like a bribe because he might. I don't know. Is he? I'm worried now because it's like, that feels odd.
I mean, everybody there looks pretty happy. The situation reminds me of the story about, it was like a Russian singer guy who was gay, and like they abducted him, and then he like made these fucking videos that were like super under duress, but he was just like, no, I'm fine, everything's fine, bye everybody, and then he was never found again.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
like
yeah.
maybe something like that, but I don't know. This guy looks like it's a little more chill than that situation. So
A bit. You know, at least 50% more chill. You know, he doesn't seem like the type to be like, you know, you know.
He really does
I
not.
mean, he might just become a Taliban member though.
Oh, inshallah,
I
inshallah,
mean,
Lord. Oh,
even
what was his
then, I'll
name?
still interview him.
Byron.
He might
Yeah.
become like Jihadi John. I mean, legitimately.
Yeah, that dude. I think that dude died in a hardcore way.
You hate to see it.
Ah,
I don't know if you hate to see it with that guy.
now Jihadi John.
No.
Now would I smoke a joint with him? Probably, if only so he wouldn't kill me.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Well, you guys want to wrap this up for tonight?
I actually have a few more things that I could talk about.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. I'm down with claws. I didn't have really much past that.
So,
Yes.
have y'all heard of I know we joked about not really talking about it that much,
Yes.
not talking about the site on an earlier episode, but so y'all know what's been going down with Reddit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the blackout thing?
Yeah, there was a blackout at one point, and then...
I actually don't
okay.
know what's going on with that, really.
So, Reddit, in a move, funnily enough, inspired by Elon Musk, Chris Huffman, the CEO, I'm going to be calling him Spaz from now on, decided, hey, let's make people pay for API access. So that means that anyone who uses a third-party app, which is a lot of people because Reddit's actual official app fucking sucks,
is pure garbage, I will say.
It is awful. Anyone who uses a third-party app is basically fucked because those third-party apps can now no longer access the full Reddit API. They did some kind of compromise with a lot of them, but it's heavily in the official app's favor.
Yeah.
Like it's all right. So during the protest, a lot of subreddits marked themselves as not safe for work because apparently you can't show ads on NSFW stuff.
Yep, and it also won't go to r/all.
Yes, and the thing is, with the new API thing, you cannot view NSFW stuff unless you're on the app. So that means that any of those subreddits that you're you're interested in, but in protest of the API change, they went NSFW. You can't access them unless you go to the official app or use sub browser. So that's great. That's cool. That's really nice. That's not the story though. So the API changes.
Before you get to the story, I'm just suddenly reminded, since we're talking about Reddit, you know what was cool today? Going on Reddit to download the recipe for the classic 4chan sweet Sunday ramen screen cap.
No.
God.
And downloading it and then realizing that it saved to nowhere on my phone. Like, I clicked download, it said image downloaded, and then I'm like, oh, it's not in the folder that has Reddit images. So where is it?
It just disappeared.
It's just nowhere. So that's my
bravo
Reddit.
Reddit.
That's the Reddit app, by the way, on the phone. The normal Reddit app. I didn't even know there were third-party apps. I would have used them.
Yeah, they used to be really cool. I used to really love Reddit as fun. Like, it was just genuinely a good app with a lot of really nice customization options. But now, it's fucking dead.
Yeah, it's kind of like what people used to do with 4chan whenever they tried to make apps.
Yeah, like Clover.
Made it way better, yeah.
Yeah.
And then most of them died.
Or whatever, too.
Yeah, rest in peace. All right, so the story is that the API change happened like 3 weeks ago, around about. Actually, almost 4. Damn. At the very beginning of the month, and to sort of calm people, to quell outrage, if you will, Reddit decided to revive our place. Do y'all know what that is?
I do.
It's the place pixels on a grid thing. Canada still can't do the flag.
Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Canada. You can make a weed, but you can't make a fucking...
We can do a lot of things, but we cannot make a flag. Rest in peace.
To be fair, India also can't make a fucking wheel. So, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, America has 99 states, apparently.
Well, of course. This flag never flags, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. All right, so
God, that's
they
fucking
revived
stupid.
it basically to save face after the whole API thing. And good lord, it failed spectacularly. The
I'm assuming a
entire
lot
thing.
of it was about
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Yep.
Right in the center of the canvas, there was save third-party apps. A little thing about that. Never forget what they took from you. Also, a large amount of the place was covered in fuck spez,
Yep.
which that's always good to
Which
see.
lasted until the end.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll get to that. It just ended, by the way, like today. So we'll get to that in a sec. So that's not the only reason it failed. It also failed because admins just decided, you know what, we're just gonna start deleting stuff. They deleted stuff that was like NSFW or against Spez. Like the two notable ones. Actually, I think three. Yeah, three actually. That was admins. So the notable stuff was they removed a guillotine rather, with a Spez like inside of it. Which, wow, that sucks. That was actually kind of funny.
Something death threats, whatever.
Yeah, that at the very least you can kind of excuse that, but
what was the deal with all the John Oliver shit?
Oh, it was just another way to protest the API thing.
Yeah.
Every subreddit became based on John Oliver.
It just was. It was a person who was available.
I forget what it was, but I was looking at something that I need. Like, I was looking for something, and it was like the whole subreddit was just completely John Oliver, and I'm like, oh, thanks, that's helpful, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there was also two other instances. One, a QR code to a movie about like slaughterhouses and stuff was covered up, which, I mean, to be fair, it probably it was so intricate, like you know how QR codes are.
Yeah, like one
it was
pixel
probably not gonna
that.
it was probably not gonna last long anyway. But it's still very interesting that they decided to cover that up for no real reason either. And then the funniest one. I don't know what country this soccer player is from. Fuck you, I'm calling it soccer. Ronaldo. Apparently he's famous.
Cristiano
I don't know.
Ronaldo. Yeah.
I think so. I don't really do the sports ball.
I think he came from Brazil.
Yes. So people were making like a little stream of piss coming down because they made like a little pixel art thing of it. That's cool. They made like people protesting made a little stream of piss coming down from his like pants. And
like the
admins,
Calvin and Hobbes, but instead he's just pissing himself.
No. It just goes straight down.
Nice.
But yeah, they deleted that too. Like the piss stream of all things.
So they were censoring the place thing?
Yep.
Yes, they were. They were very heavily censoring it.
Nothing is sacred, dude.
Oh,
it's
and
the
you know
most
what's even
Reddit
better?
kind of behavior thing.
We were just talking about the Gamergate thing where they were censoring shit, and that's why people were upset. And it's like, man, nothing ever changes. War never changes.
It really don't. Bottom text.
Really do.
We live in a society.
So here's the thing. That's not even the most ridiculous part, because there was a very, very rampant and obvious bot problem. Like it was nuts.
On the place thing.
Yeah, like people would just create like a shit ton of accounts, set them all up to like a bot, and then just have them make a massive like thing. And the most glaring example was this IT school in Morocco making like a pixel art of Morocco, including Western Sahara, by the way. Fuck you, Morocco. With like a little pixel art Habbo Hotel looking ass thing of the school, with a massive Morocco flag coming off of it. And they were very obviously botting. Like, let me see if I can show you a video.
I mean, I noticed that they changed the app to that thing. Because, like, they did that once years ago, and it was really popular. And then they did it again, like, 2 or 3 years ago.
And then it was
And
like even
everybody-
more
That's loud.
popular.
It was super popular, and then it's like they just brought it back again to shut
Yeah.
people up. I guess
literally
that's
just
that's
to
a
fucking
shame.
shut people up.
That's
Okay,
really
so-
a shame.
I have this thing pulled up. It's called Our Place in parentheses. Morocco bot in action. 6 times time lapse in parentheses by Hybrid Junkie on YouTube. And y'all might want to mute this. It's kind of loud. But just take a quick watch of this because it's ridiculous. Maybe put it on like 2 times speed.
Somebody
like-
did a Places clone also. I thought it was Ludwig.
It's like very obviously botting. Like they like draw attention to it and everything.
Jesus Christ, that was loud. Okay. So we got like a little Charizard guy.
Let me see if he's still doing it.
Oh wow, yeah, that's instant. Okay. It is Habbo Hotel.
Yeah, it looks just like Habbo Hotel. But yeah, like there's a very obvious bot problem, and it's like in the rules of Our Place, it's like, hey, this is like a human collaborative project. If it's automated, it's probably gonna get deleted. Reddit admin said, "Fuck that. Why not? It makes people mad, so we're gonna keep on doing it. We're gonna keep on letting these people bot." And I think it's so funny that they're not doing they don't do shit about the bot thing.
Yeah.
But you know, Ronaldo's piss. Oh, we gotta censor that. Oh, that's not acceptable. We don't like piss in this household.
I mean, I don't know if they had any way to necessarily stop the botting.
I mean, I guess, but here's the thing: they could very well, like, at the very least, ban all of the accounts that like did shit like that, or this was like this was suggested a lot. Basically, restrict Our Place to people who were like a certain, like their accounts were a certain number of months old, like maybe like 3 months, something like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, that doesn't
makes
stop
sense.
them all because there were still bots that were used in the last one, like a year and a half ago. But at the very least, it'll stop like new ones from being created.
Yeah, it would help a lot. I mean, there were a
Like,
lot
there
of
are
things they could have done to at least quell
Yeah.
it. Yeah, probably.
There are definitely things they could have done. Like they couldn't have solved it immediately or probably even feasibly in the time span, but they could have like made an attempt, you know?
And even if their
Yeah.
goal was to censor people about the spez thing or whatever, it's like, I don't see why they wouldn't have at least stopped the spam.
Yeah.
Because that was just drawing more attention to fuck Reddit. Look at what they're not doing.
Yeah. And so it just ended. I don't have this in my notes, but it just ended, and how place ends. It lets you only place white pixels. So essentially you're like erasing the canvas, which I think is a fun idea. And everyone used it so fucking great. If you
I'm
look at the
assuming-
time lapse, what the fuck? The time lapse at the very end, like of the whole thing, the words fuck spez are the first ones to be completely white. Like over the whole canvas, massive fuck spez. It's amazing. And I know it was done with bots, but like, you know, they're the good ones, you know.
That's great.
Yeah.
So that was the parable of Our Place. If you fuck up, if you make a stupid decision that everyone hates, maybe don't then like give them an outlet to express their frustrations. You know, that might you know, if you're trying to be a shitty person and not like, you know, not address criticism, that's probably the worst thing you can do actually. You know, if I had to put a number on it.
Yeah.
Probably not helping.
Number one
yeah.
worst.
I would say it's probably not the smartest idea.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, you know, Steve Huffman is not a very smart person. He takes inspiration from Elon Musk.
Again, you've never met somebody named Elon. It's very strange. is all I'm
Yeah, it's
saying.
very unique.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's
You
like
know, he's
one
South
guy out there
African.
named Elon, and he just fucking hates Elon Musk so much. He's like,
I shouldn't have care about this fucking brick.
It's like that one guy named Justin Bieber.
yeah.
I mean, that other guy
Not,
named
yeah,
Justin John Bieber.
yes.
Justin
include the
Jacob
middle
Heimer
name.
Schmidt.
His
Ah.
name is a pop star's name too.
Exactly.
Tristan, you
Little
said
too
you had a
close.
couple more things to talk about. Was it?
Oh yes. Y'all heard of a little phenomenon called Barbenheimer?
I've not seen the movie yet.
I haven't either. I really want to. I want to see
I
them
like
both
the way
back to back.
I like the way Bane says the movie as if they are just one movie in
Yes.
two parts.
They are.
Like
Well,
Avengers
what they're
Endgame.
It's a
doing
double.
is-
It's a double bill.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
you do is you watch Oppenheimer first, and then you get horribly drunk in between that, and then you go see Barbie.
Yeah.
See, my opinion is you watch Oppenheimer, then you immediately go to Barbie, and you just let the weight of like humanity's hubris and like the extreme loss of life just sink in while you watch like pretty pastel pink Barbie colors on screen.
Everybody has. We've talked about this before too. Everybody is saying to watch that order, Oppenheimer, then Barbie. But
It just
but
feels
like-
like the right one.
I've
in a
heard
way.
people
it
say the
feels like
opposite.
the right one. I've mostly heard that, and I would say that like, I don't know, Barbie first, and then like, I don't know. That feels like that could be an interesting experience, but I feel like the logic everybody has does make sense. There was a guy who did a video about it that got like millions of views. He did a poll, and yeah, most people were saying to watch Oppenheimer first. I guess that makes sense. I've heard that it's surprisingly good. Most people didn't know anything about it.
I've heard a lot of people say that both films are good, but
I've heard a lot of people say that they could hear some of the dialogue in the movie too, so that's pretty cool.
yeah. So, however, comma, those movies are very great, very well received. However, comma, there's some culture war bullshit surrounding them. Oh
Yep.
boy! So Barbie is too woke for Ben Shapiro, which I mean,
Well, obviously.
good lord, that's a high bar. Ooh.
Yeah.
Man posted a 42-minute fucking video whinging, fucking mauling about Barbie.
Well, that shit is backfiring for them with their base too. Like,
oh
they're
yeah,
calling them controlled opposition because it's like, if you guys are really
I
trying
love
to
that.
end all this shit, maybe going and paying money to see Barbie wouldn't really look like a good move.
Yeah, and
Well, and also,
he didn't just do that. He didn't just do that. He went out and bought Barbies, like
Yeah.
their dolls, and burned them.
And he also, I think, didn't he take Barbies
so he
into
consumed
He did.
hardcore. Oh.
He, like,
Fucking
I've
man.
literally seen people like soy out for video games that have not consumed that much.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's
if I were
exactly.
to go, like if a fucking Star Wars movie released like tomorrow, and I went in there with a fucking like lightsaber, like fucking, is this on?
Yeah.
It's not on. Okay, well, I was gonna use an example, but if I came in with a fucking lightsaber and like a robe, and I was like, oh, Star Wars, I love Star Wars, I would not be consuming as much as Ben Shapiro would, you know? Because
Okay.
at least Star
Yeah.
Wars is like an event, you know?
I might
You don't
need to
bring
watch this
Barbies
Ben
into the
Shapiro
Barbie
video.
movie.
You
Alright,
might
so-
have to. It's although it's
You don't
something
have
I'll
to,
probably watch
you don't have
after
to.
the thing.
You don't have to. I'll summarize it. So, 45 minutes, around about 45 minutes. The first 40 minutes are him complaining about, he was sat behind somebody and he couldn't see the movie because he was too short.
Oh,
That's comedy.
oh.
Nah, but it's I haven't seen it, but I'm
he's
guessing
got
it's
like
just
a little
basically-
beard now. He looks like the evil version of himself.
He
It
does
it looks like he got his face like smashed in a cake, and then he hasn't had time to clean it off.
He looks. He
God.
literally looks like the definition of a term goober.
He has this one where
He's always looked like a goober.
He has this one where he's like smiling and laughing, and it's very unpleasant.
Well, I mean, he also
Not
he
pleasant.
talks like this. My name is Ben Shapiro, and I talk like this.
Now, let us be clear. When I say that hypothetically, I would go see the Barbie movie. I actually mean, I would absolutely go see it, and I would consume all of it. I'd buy the figures. I would go buy a ticket. I wouldn't sneak in. I'd buy all the concessions that my little goblin stomach could hold. This is evolving. I don't like it.
Well, he brought like 3 people there because he shot a little video at a fucking the movie theater. So there's at least 2 people there. I just.
God, and he's milking it now. There's multiple videos about this.
Well, I mean,
Are there?
The View,
that's the point of their whole like.
the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the grift, yeah.
it is impressive how like if I had zero integrity, I could just make ridiculous money just
Oh yeah.
suckering idiots.
Like grifting is probably so fucking easy.
Oh, I mean, the thing is, like most people want to be the victim in a lot of ways. You know, it's like
Yeah. And they'll go to any lengths to like consume content. Consume, get it? To like they'll do anything to consume shit that like validates them, you know?
pretty much. People want a lot of people. I'm not gonna say like everybody, but a lot of people want to be like they want to be victimized just so they can say that they are a victim and have like sympathy for them. It's weird.
Apparently, he watched a few times. No fucking way he watched
it
it
makes
more than once.
It would be okay to do that once it goes to streaming, but like this is.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like,
you're buying a
it's
movie ticket.
It's
Movie tickets are
impossible.
expensive.
It's impossible to have a brain and not view it as like, just like why are you, you're obviously doing this for views and for attention because you're paying a lot of money to this company right now for this thing you don't like. So it's not like a thing you really strongly believe in. Besides, yeah, I don't know. It's very transparent.
I'm putting a Ben Shapiro in the thumbnail.
hell yeah.
Go for it.
All right, you boys want to wrap this up for the night?
Yeah,
I do want to talk about the David Tennant and Graham Linehan's shit, but
right.
we can talk about that next week because
I'll tell you what, we might record an episode because I know we're doing something on our end, I believe tomorrow, but I think
we're doing Halo Night tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Halo Night. I'm gonna be busy in the day, but we're gonna do another one soon.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, with that, this has been honestly really fucking. This has been the longest episode yet. Holy shit!
Has
We've got a lot to cover.
It's the longest since.
But this has been episode
8
of Loud Equals Funny. Well, it says 210 on my end.
The loudest.
The
loudest.
loudest.
It's been the loudest episode of Loud Equals Funny.
We have not. No, I would argue we have not been a very loud and perhaps not very funny as a result, but we have not been that loud on Loud Equals Funny. I think we're lying to people.
I've been loud.
The podcast title.
We've had moments of loudness.
I've been loud. Y'all have been funny. See, it's like a thing. Actually, Bane, you've been.
Yeah.
There we go.
One part, yeah. It's all three. I don't think I've been very funny. No,
I'm equaling things here.
Or like the Triforce over here, yeah. Except for that
Please.
one episode where it was just
The Triforce
me
of
and
loud, the Triforce of equals, the Triforce of funny.
Yeah, like the pilot episode was spinning the wheels, getting things going. We found the dynamic.
Eventually, we're gonna wind up being on camera with a wall of like Star Wars figurines and stuff behind us, and in a consume cave, and we're gonna have
10 years from now, we're gonna be hosting a media empire.
Yeah, we're gonna have one of those mics that like goes and it's on like a stand, and like it looks like we're on a really fancy official podcast. It's gonna be great.
Admittedly, like out of all the podcast network names, Loud Equals Funny Network does sound pretty good.
It's not a bad name.
I do really like the name Loud Equals Funny.
If people are not watching, if people are not listening to this podcast, they should just kill themselves. All right, thank you for watching.
Wow, all right.
I'm leaving it in. The sponsor did say because we've been talking to a sponsor. I'm just gonna real quick because this is the end.
We've got some cards on the table.
Yeah. The sponsor said literally as long as we just don't compare them to National Socialists, we're good.
Okay, that's
that's probably
fair. Fair.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, they got the trains running on time, so if they get those deliveries out, they get those deliveries out efficiently. Then I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But
look, the
that's
Germans
fair,
are
that's
very
fair.
punctual. That's all I gotta say. Well, we're going to hell.
All just jokes.
So with that, folks, take it easy. Have a good night, and of course,
Thank you everybody for watching, listening.
both. little bit of both. I guess if you're on YouTube, you're technically watching a screen.
You're looking at a screen. You're doing something.
Anyways, with that,
Yeah, you're being productive. I'm
Oh.
I'm proud of you.
I respect you.
Yeah, good job. You're not procrastinating.
You got podcasts for almost a whole day here to listen to if you need to do shit. We're almost to the 24-hour mark of podcasts.
Hell yeah.
Amazing. We've
Yeah.
wasted a full day of our lives. Almost.
And our listeners. We have wasted your time, but we love you.
We have wasted everybody. We've wasted your lives, frankly. You know, and that brings us all closer in a parasocial way.
Yep.
Yes.
We're
now
living in the
we're now
parasocial
very
matrix.
close with you.
We don't want to be friends with any of you, though. Don't try to be friends with us.
Don't try.
Don't come to our house.
Here's a hint: if you want to be friends with us, don't try.
Yeah. No, we don't want to be friends with any of you. We hate all of you, and we don't want to come to your parties or see your grandma in her home.
Unless you are Shakira.
Hey, maybe grandma's fine. I want to see
Okay.
grandma.
All right,
If
I'll
your
see the
grandma can
grandma,
cook.
but I don't need to see the person necessarily, but I will maybe see their grandma. That might be okay.
Yeah,
Grandma's
we'll see
the
your
coolest.
grandma. Subscribe to the Patreon.
that's
Yeah,
that's
but
the
the Patreon is
$4
public.
tier.
Patreon is public now.
Yes.
Patreon
When
is
are we
now
gonna
available.
when are we gonna record that hyperfixation episode?
We might do it this week. I'm in recording now, folks. With that, penis.
Penis.
See ya, penis.
All right.